Welcome to HASSDISCUSSES on Mike Media Incorporated. We are joined by Drac Hawthorne of Duality to the left, and to the right of Drac Hawthorne of Duality we have Ziploc Fresher of Duality, and also they're a member of the Circle of Serpents. And our last encounter was in November. What have you guys been up to? Projects released, songs released, content. What have you released since the past interview that you would like to discuss?
Hell yeah! So at the top of the year, the first we had the release of the Vibe EP that came out, and that was that'd been in the works and crafting for about like 6-7 months, something like that.
Yes.
And that shit dropped finally, and had a pretty good response, I'd say, pretty good feedback. It's getting some pretty decent plays and feedback and engagement, and I think it's probably our most different shit to date. It sounds different in compared to the other two projects that we
It's
had.
the most well crafted, I'll tell you that right now. From like a critical standpoint, and I don't like to do that a lot of the time. Like I like to just say like random things of how I feel, but like in terms of like good rap, good mixing, like Drugs is like a top. That one joint with this, the third song in it, that's like the top tier from what I've heard from y'all. Like for real.
Okay. I appreciate that, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that song a lot too. Personally, I think that was one of my stronger verses.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like whipping the coke, you know what I mean? Like you had that funny shit. Like you had the way, like it was funny to me, but also like it was hard, And
exactly.
I don't know who produced it, but that was good.
I think I want to say it was Seven. Yeah, who's a homie who lives out in Germany.
Yeah, and also, dude, you recently I heard the Nemesis joint, the cops pull me over. Yeah. Dude, that is like the best song I've heard from Ziploc, dude. And also, you made an appearance on the Circle of Serpents beat tape. Both
yes.
of you. Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate that for sure.
That shit was lit.
Yeah, it took me forever. That joint that I dropped, I worked on that thing for 3 years. And so
which one?
It's like the cops pulled me over, told them that I plead the fifth. And so I have an EP coming out with Nemesis actually, and that's the single off the EP, and the EP is called Took Me Forever. So it's like me understanding hip hop after not understanding it when I thought I understood it, and then from his eyes, he broke it down. So it took me forever at that aspect, and I just wanted to be like the most type of like influential EP that I could put out, and starting with that track because I know it verbatim.
That's cool, what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you're tapped in. You're really tapped in with the Nemesis. Nemesis, that relationship. I want to hear how that started. You might have explained it on the last episode, but I don't really ever listen to Nemesis at the time of that. I listened to a couple Schema members back then, but like Nemesis, I think as a person, he's probably like the best Schema person to talk to. Like he's a good person.
Oh yes, 100%.
Like to talk to. Like and he's really responsive. And I'm not like shitting on other Schema members that I've interviewed who don't talk to me as much. Like I don't expect everybody to have the same engagement as other people. I don't have the. I don't want to expect that. I don't have to expect that. But Nemesis is like a cool guy to talk to and shit.
Absolutely.
Same with DJ V Siren. DJ V Siren is is a cool guy.
Yes, absolutely.
So how did the relationship with Nemesis start, Zip?
It started like 8 or 9 years ago, believe it or not. He was an entrepreneur in the game. He wasn't really doing what he's doing now, but he was going to school for it. So I saw him literally go to school for videography and doing what he wanted in school, graduated that art form, and now he's like right where he wants to be in life. And we like shared, the common well-being of the law of attraction. And 9 years ago, I talked to him about it, and still to this day, we talk to each other. And he's like just he's my mentor. I look at him as my mentor, like Eminem did Dr. Dre. So if you look in the Damn It Feels Good to Be a Schema CD, you can order it. I could like send you the link to it.
Yeah, bro, I'm about to buy one of them. I forget which one I want to buy. I want to buy two because they're really well priced, and I don't want to spend a lot of like this, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The Soze, I got that Soze still smoking.
Oh fuck yeah, that shit's fire right there.
Signed by Soze. Okay.
Oh hell yeah,
bro. He signed it and he said, "Smoke some, fool."
Hell yeah.
And
time, man.
Cause I interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago. At this point,
yes.
Yeah, bro. CDs they could be $20, but Nemesis. Shouts out to Nemesis. I'm about to buy the compilation one because that has a lot of Woofy Woof. And I love Woofy Woof. Woofy Woof, dude. That's good.
Bro. Yeah, Woofy Woof, and he's like back in my old days, it's just crazy because he calls me big bro and stuff. It's Lil Wolfie Wolf. Like I'm like, what? But it's like his formulation reminds me of old Snoop Dogg from back in the LBC days.
Yes.
And that's why I fuck with him hard, because I'm like, this is Lil Wolfie Wolf. If you don't know him, you gotta recognize who this guy is. He's very influential, and people like he has some music with Cartel Sons right now, and Cartel Sons is pushing them under his wing, their wing, but he's still Schema regardless, and he's a part of Chronic Cartel, and then Nemesis is part of Fluid Click. And Fluid Click is like a Chronic Cartel, but we like kind of switched up our name a little bit. And like Fluid is like FL is fluid, it goes through everything. And then Click, the FL is meant to be for Fruity Loops, because we all use Fruity Loops as producers. So Fluid Click is like a producer group, and we're like graphic designers, etc. But there's only about 10 members, and Lil Wolfie Wolf's in that type of collective, but it's like a side project collective. Hard to explain, but I understand. Diggy 1D is another artist looking through, because he's in Damn It Feels Good to Be a Schema. That CD has 23 songs on it. Like
I'm probably gonna get that's a road trip one. I want to
dude,
put
yeah,
that
for
in,
real. That's a movie CD. Like you listen from track 1 all the way to the end.
I want to get All Profit too, or Rob Scar, dude. That's so. I also want to like figure out, because Zip, you've obviously been saturated with the underground for years, but I want to learn where Drac Hawthorne's journey into saturating himself with the underground as well. How did that start, Drac? We got to touch on that.
My first memory of being introduced to the underground was I was in the car, I forget what kind of car, with my brother Will, and he was smoking a joint, and he was like, "Hey, listen to this track," and he put on Happy Ending by Tech Nine. And to that point in my life, I'd never listened to like rap music or shit like that. I'd listen to rock and roll. I'd listen to show tunes. I'd listen to fucking theater shit and shit like that, because that's what I was into at the time. And the moment I heard that song, I was instantly just hooked. It was like some new type of drug to me. And fucking, I just absorbed myself into that shit immediately, dove headfirst into it. And my brother took notice. He was like, "Oh, okay, I can see you're into this shit." He's like, "Well, here's Insane Clown Posse. Well, here's Twisted. Here's Blazy Dead Homie. Anybody Kill It. Here's fucking Ghetto Boys. Here's Esham the Unholy." And then from there, I was like, "All right, well, let's see where I can go from there." And I found Wu-Tang Clan. I found fucking Alchemist. I found fucking Action Bronson. I found.
Bro, I just got a Wu-Tang vinyl, and dude, 36 Chambers.
Yeah,
Wu-Tang Clan strikes again. The RZA, the Jizza.
I bumped that album at least once a week.
Yes,
at least once a week.
Yeah, that's how I am for a Take Care and Life of Pablo and Yeezus.
Hell yeah.
They're not underground. I mean, I'm gonna say that right now, because
those are all fucking great albums.
Great albums.
Yeah, I don't like the whole fuck mainstream stuff, even though the album Fuck Mainstream by Jay Green is great. Okay.
True.
That's the greatest. That, in my opinion, that's the greatest funk album ever made. Like definitive funk. And
that is 100%, because there's so many legends in that are just like
like the feature on it, dude.
Right.
Young Denzel Curry, okay, from 2012.
Exactly.
Not really a young, but 2 Chainz at his height.
His beginning days right there. That's his
2 Chainz at his height. Okay. Juicy J, Project Pat. Okay. DJ Paul. And then Xavier Wolf when he was Ethel Wolf.
Yes, exactly. And he had the song Syllables. 600 syllables.
Dude, I love that, because it goes like, "If any motherfucker got a motherfucking problem with you, motherfucker, I will be outside. I'm with it. If you with that motherfucker, we can get it. I ain't tripping. I don't give a fuck if you die. So go ahead and try to go." You know.
Looking life, I promise I'll be a right mother. All I do is grind.
Yeah, dude. Bro,
DJ
like
Paul, he's actually got a song dropping in like 15 minutes with
who?
Mercules. DJ Paul does. He's got a song with Mercules, and someone else is dropping in like 15 minutes or so.
Nice. Yeah. So I want to hold on, like the Xavier Wolf thing. I've been getting into Such Hollow Water Boys now, because I was like looking at old Peep interviews, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they're the huge inspiration, Bones." And I listened to Bones' recent project, Burden. Did you get a chance to hear that?
I heard bits and pieces of it. I hadn't, because when I listen to Bones, I really put my time and dedicate it to it, because I'm taking this shit serious. Because I listened to Bones since he was that kid. Like,
Drac, you can show that in the camera. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to hide it. Right into the camera, bro.
Well, I'll blow one right at the camera for you.
Bro, please. We need that.
We need that.
We need, yeah.
Sorry, what you were saying?
Yeah, what were you saying?
Talk about that kid. Back when he was that kid.
Oh yeah, Bones used to be that kid, so it was TH the @ and then space KID.
You knew him when that happened.
Huh?
You knew that? You were listening back then?
Yeah, back then. That's how long I've been listening to fucking Bones, because Bones is the original member of Raider Clan. So is
yeah.
Wolf and Eddie Baker, and then freaking Chris Travis. They're all 4 from the same Raider Clan, and they.
What is Puya doing at this time? I'm curious, because
I don't even really know, honestly, because I'm not really entwined with Puya. I respect him from like him and Rail when they dropped that '94 song, or Nail, I think it was. But I think Jay Green produced the beat, or Space Ghost produced the beat, but they're all walking behind a chain link fence and carrying a baseball bat. That's what I remember. It was like something 2011, 2012. Pretty sure it was Nail and Puya. But that song is like one of the favorite songs. And then he did a cover of a Bone Thugs and Harmony song called Shots to the Double Glock. And that came out in like 2010, I think. And it's an orange tinted video. That's what Puya I really like the most. And but honestly, I haven't really heard none of his newer things and music of him. Yeah, but I know Fat Nick's on a sobriety kick too. He's been like sober for 3 years. He just reached, which is pretty sick to do if you're like, you know, surrounded by that. That takes willpower to do that shit. I mean, I completely understand it 100%.
Okay.
He's like legitly 100% sober. Yeah. He doesn't smoke weed. He doesn't sip syrup. He doesn't.
Wait, who?
Fat Nick.
Oh, word. Like what do they call that? Straight edge?
Yeah, he went into straight edge after Lil Peep passed away.
So he's consistent with it.
Yeah, he hit 3 years 3 years sobriety just recently, because it was 2017 when Lil Peep passed away.
Yeah, I just interviewed a gentleman that go by the name of DJ Young C.
Okay.
And he's trying to push that too. And I'm gonna get him since I'm Tech 7's manager. I'm getting him on to do a track with Tech 7, but LA. You heard of him?
Yeah, I heard him through the collective, the Mad Snake Collective.
But can we refer to that in the third person for me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So how did you join the Mad Snake Creative Collective?
That threw me around.
Threw you around like a fucking merry-go-round.
I was like, what? Well, you hit me up and you're like, bro, check this. I got this thing going on. It's called the Mad Snake Collective. You in? I'm like, hell yeah, man. You and Drac. And we're like, so you got me. I'm like totally in for this.
Bro, out of any of the beats I've shown, a lot of people fuck with the beats on the beat tape. But out of any of the beats I showed, that Drac Hawthorne one, I think everybody liked that the most. I'm going to be fully transparent that. You know what I mean? I think it was like Threat or something like that.
Yeah, that one I sent you, it was done up by in collaboration with Alexander and fucking Amp on the track, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Who's Alexander?
He is a dude that I know through the grapevine. He used to live out in Europe, lives out in LA, and goes in between back and forth. But he does projects with Ghost Crap Music. He's got joints with like Snoop Dogg, Hopsin, Royce the 5'9", people like that.
You're really like you're always in LA or something. Like what's in LA?
Yeah, well, I'm actually originally from like the SoCal area, area, so like I've always been out in LA doing going to concerts, shit like that. And whenever I would go to concerts and shit, I always use that time to connect and make connections also, shit like that. So I'd always go and I'd see the performances, but I'd also like find some of the artists and find some of the locals around town shit, meet up with them, talk with them before and after the show, you know, shit like that. Just kind of grow the network in the circle. I've been doing that since I was like 14 or so, though. So almost 10 years. Yeah.
And what part of Arizona are you at right now?
Right now I'm in Lake Havasu, which is like the tiniest bumfuck speck.
It is. It's straight up. It's like the most patriotic city in America. It's actually where the original London Bridge resides.
What is the London Bridge?
You know, like the nursery rhyme where they're like London Bridge is falling down? It's that bridge.
It's that bridge.
Oh, wait.
So the dude that owned this town, his name was something McClintock, and he actually paid to get piece by piece the London Bridge to get shipped over here, and then what he did is created an island, and to craft from the city to the island was the London Bridge, and it brings tons of tourists attracted throughout the year round.
I'm gonna be one of them tourists.
Heck yeah.
Not for real.
It's awesome. It's real cool because the bridge actually has bullet holes in the airplanes from World War II. From when the airplanes shot at it when the World War II had happened, it literally has the gun bullets from it.
When the World War II had happened?
Oh my gosh. When the World War II had happened?
Yeah, bro.
Score in 20.
I know, you sounded like Abe Lincoln or some shit.
No,
so, how has the experience been in the collective?
Oh, it's
been
been
a show.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I like the people so far.
Yeah, there's like it's cool that you have a whole, like a collective, like a mind collective to create, like the creative.
Everyone's so goal oriented. It seems to be like driven in their own way to achieve their own goals and shit. But it's also not just their own goals; it's also the goals of the collective at the same time, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop referring to it in third person. Yeah, I'm just trying to I'm gonna be honest with this collective though. I want to I don't know. I want it to be like what?
He's got mad potential.
Yeah, I'm trying to be. First off, I want to make some bold opinions about everything. Lee is gonna be the next Bryson Tiller, Party Next Door, Weekend, Drake, all mixed into one, and he's from Texas. Okay, I don't know if you heard his music, because that's insane.
I'm not familiar yet.
Yeah,
bro, I'm playing his music now. I'm playing a snippet from him now. I don't care. And he doesn't, because he's always calling. And he just recovered from coronavirus, so shouts out to him. He's fine now.
Shouts out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Surviving.
Yeah.
Surviving. We like to see that.
Healthy.
Dude,
Yeah.
this.
Gotta get healthy.
And he produces all this stuff, and it hold on. Take Care era Drake, So Far Gone era Drake, that singing and that old Weekend is what he's going for. He's not on that whole underground funk stuff, and he doesn't have to be. Not everybody has to do that. That's why ski, that's why I'm really tapping into these different collectives like Doom Shop. I love Doom Shop, bro.
100%.
This right here.
Came up in the city of roses, 19, so sweet, seemed like she was chosen. Between the paper and feelings, you made it hard to choose. I knew there was time lost between me and you. So I changed it, gave you a part of who I was, and you rearranged it. Told me all about your past, baby, I believe it. Told you keep it in the past, that's where you should leave it. She was the one, rose in the rough. Girl, you were sawdust, so I never switched up. Precious, I just see, king of the game in the 9-on-3. Give it all again and give it a chance.
Dude, what?
I like his voice.
Right? Heck, and he
fuck with
produced that beat. That's sick.
I fuck with that. That's talent.
Bro, he was a bull who's in a lot of alternative rock bands and stuff like that through years. That was what he was doing. Always playing, wrote his own original rock music with a band and stuff like that. And now he's just kind of getting into rap and stuff. And because he's like me, he's obsessed with Take Care era Drake. Yes. And I don't know what you think of Drake, and if you have something hateful, shout it out at me. Shout it out.
From the rooftop.
No.
I think he's all right.
No, I
don't got complaints with him. My mom fucks with Drake heavy, and she fucks with Puya, so I think that means she knows good music.
What? Your mom knows Puya?
Dude,
give me, digital handshake, bro. You know what I'm saying? What? Dude, what? That's fire. Yeah, and other members of the collective include Unlucky. I don't know if you've taken the chance to listen to his beats, but he's my age and he's doing what he does production more than me because I got 30 different type of creative things I'm going on. And then who else?
That Kyoto beat that he dropped recently is pretty sick.
Yeah. Shouts out to the creative collective. Anyways. What can we expect from Ziploc Fresher, music-wise, in the future? Or are you just chilling? Because you had a lot of things happen, and if you want to speak on that, you can, because there is a reason why you've kind of been chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to speak on it, but I'll just keep it on the under tabs right now. I'll just say that I survived the wild, wild west. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro.
But other than that, I think we got big plans for Duality. We came up with this. I can't even display even any clues as to what it's gonna be, but this shit is monumental.
It's a brainstorming idea, concept of sorts that we got going on. It's a very big concept though, something that's gonna be it'll be a pretty massive undertaking, but if done, it'll be pretty fucking sweet.
Heck yes. Also,
especially if executed properly.
True. And then also we were gonna think of maybe like working to a rock type of EP, like different.
Because we want to evolve our style and change our style up, see what fits, what doesn't, and shit. And as we grow and expand and find.
I'm looking for more acapella freestyles.
More acapella freestyles. Oh shit.
Oh shoot.
Dude, what was that? He was like, DRAK. You know, like that type. You know what I mean? Like that. That was cool. Like that was like probably that was fun. I like that a lot. That
was the first little thing I put up on SoundCloud. I was like, I might as well just do a little like acapella freestyle and like have that as an introduction, so people are like, oh, this is what this guy's about.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Introduction. That's a good way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Of speaking on that. And also, bro, I'm gonna do this because I fuck with both like Zip's music. I'm doing a greatest hits CD.
Oh fuck yeah!
For Ziploc. Did I tell you? Did he tell you that?
He got some bangers. Hey. Yeah, he was speaking on it earlier, right before the interview started.
Bro, that's amazing. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm gonna and like I'm not trying to do these podcasts because I want to like do some cool clickbait entertaining thing. I just want to give them an in-depth behind the scenes on what I'm doing as an artist to elevate myself, and also what you're doing to elevate yourselves. Okay, I want to provide both perspectives. I don't see why I gotta run. I do in organized interviews, but with y'all, since me and y'all talk so natural, and we're gonna get into Avengers stuff soon. So so if I'm ever rambling off, I'm proud of my rambling. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's good.
On that,
yeah,
right?
it's
fuck
good.
it. It's like, and you've been doing that Twitch thing, okay?
Yeah.
How is that? Like
it's pretty good. I'm just not very consistent with it, and I wish I was more consistent with it because it's fucking fun.
What do you stream?
I stream everything really, from fucking us chilling, hanging out, and just doing freestyles. We did the 3P EP when we dropped that. We did a Twitch stream.
You got hella followers on there?
I got like 134, 138, something around there.
That's good.
Yeah. I got affiliate with them. I'm working towards partner, but that's gonna be a grind and a half. But
yeah, I did like 2 Twitch streams in like September, and I was like, nah. Like I do Instagram Live though. That's my like resort, really. Yeah. Like it's just like put that on, see if anybody joins. But one day I'll do Twitch more or something. Bro, Logic's doing Twitch. I don't know if you listen to Logic.
Yeah, listen to Logic.
Bro, did you see the Doc D?
The Doc D thing, okay, I was showing him that a couple days ago. That's just wild.
Bro, fire. I downloaded DatPiff just like I already have DatPiff because like I love DatPiff. Right. Like it takes me back to like those old Meek Mill mixtapes.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
LA Leakers.
Early who?
LA Leakers was another one. Like DatPiff, there's LA Leakers.
Yeah, bro. Like DatPiff. There's something about like checking out like something that an artist cannot release to a label, like those Lil Wayne mixtapes where he's rapping over like the Tyler Harrow beat by like Jack Harlow. They're like, I'm like girls and they not like, you know what I mean, like just stuff like that. Those sort of raw mixtapes, unpolished. Like I like to hear me like a polished, well done, organized song put out that's really big. Okay, but there is something about like underground music. There's like mostly like raw vocals, chill. It's not trying to be something it's not.
Right.
That's why I fuck with like Soulze. You know.
Yeah.
You listen to Soulze. You guys listen to Soulze.
Fuck yes.
He does hella.
I'm a big fan of Doom Shop because I know DJ Killer C. DJ Killer C is an old member of Schema Posse's also. Yeah, he's an ex-member of Schema Posse, but when Schema shut down, kind of essentially like wasn't doing what it was. It was like it didn't shut down; it just like stopped because there's so many artists into it that it just grew into an intenseness. So Jay Green kind of pulled the plug on it for a little bit, and then they restarted it back up to have a different type of form and collective. But DJ Killer C was in that, and then he went into Doom Shop. He was already a Doom Shop member, 6-set member, and then another I don't want to like mispronounce it, but I got an autographed CD from him at my house, and then it's crazy. And then Demenace is another person. I known him for like maybe 5 years. I also know Demise, so Soulze, Demise, Demenace.
Ned
DJ
Bundy's
Killer
fire
C.
too.
Oh yeah, Ned Bundy. I got 2 beats for my Positive Mind States album that I'm still supposed to be dropping too. All of them, literally. If you ask them about me, I don't know. Soulze kind of does, but he doesn't, because I don't talk to Soulze like I do them, because Soulze is like a harder reach for that type of communication.
Yeah, everybody was surprised I got interviewed by him. Like
That's what I was saying. Like, honestly, bro, I was like, "What? You got Soulze? That's freaking fire, bro!"
Like, I was interviewing Adam the Shinobi, and he was like, "Bro, I was honestly surprised that you got."
Heck yeah.
That's probably like my proudest. Like, not like,
For real.
that style doesn't connect well with local people, like Delaware people. It doesn't connect well, but like people that are real saturated with the underground and know about it,
Yes.
they really appreciate it and look at him in this like this underground king legend status, which I do understand, because he always is serving out. Like, even his little chop and screw freestyle project, the Stoner Pimpson, like, it's just like it's always. I always am listening to Soulze like once a week when I'm doing like, music's good when you're listening to it while you're doing something.
Yeah.
That's good music. Like, what do you listen to while you're doing something? Like, either playing a video game or going for a walk. Like, what is that? What's always in rotation?
Start with you.
For me, it's always in rotation. Right now, Soldier Steppin'. So like, it legitimately is a song that is literally in rotation. But recently, it's more like I don't know. I really F with everybody in the underground, so it just depends on my mood, not necessarily what I'm doing, because I make playlists like that are incorporated Doom Shop. I don't know, maybe some more. I can't even concentrate now. Hold up, I'm getting nervous, and I don't know why.
You already done an interview, bro. Why are you getting nervous?
I know. I'm like, oh my god,
bro. Guess what though? I got an interview that hit 1,000 views.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It was my first. I've already had videos that have hit over 1,000 views, like 4,000, 5,000, but none of them have hit. None of my interviews have hit 1,000 views, but one of them did, and it's Lil Ops interview, the self promoter guy in the comments.
Oh yeah.
But he's all right. He's all right. He's pretty fire, but he's got a lot of haters, because like self promoting is not a good way to get yourself out there, but I like to give them a chance because I'm like that. Like, yes. I'm very, like, I don't want to say this in a negative way, but my standards aren't as high as other people, because I don't think people should have high standards. I feel like that's, like, or high expectations. Like, just have fun with it. Not everybody's going to be fucking, not everybody's, like, Freddie Gibbs, you know?
True, yeah.
Like, it's just, like, I don't expect everybody to give the greatest verse. I just, like, when someone's not giving, like, awesome verses, I like to tell them my critiques. Like, I like artists that are responsive and stuff. I'm able to like talk with them about their process, because mainly that's because I'm a learner. I like learning stuff from people. I don't like looking up a fucking book on how to do it.
Exactly. Like hands-on training.
Exactly. Because I mainly am interviewing artists because like I'm interested. It's like the photographers. Like, I interview photographers because I like photography and stuff. And you've been taking those cool ass photos, okay?
Oh, hey, thank you. I appreciate that.
There's a lot of nature around you. Like, how does the nature ever go into your writing process or anything, or anything creative you do?
Well, where I was, there was a lot of nature involved, but now where I'm at is like more of desert. But now I know that I could go to where the lake is, and I never really did that for inspiration before. So now I'm sober. I can understand that inspiration's everywhere. You just gotta live your life. And as long as you're living life should be inspiring to you as it is itself. Yeah. So like how I get out there, I just take a picture. I just like, fuck yeah, life is awesome. There's awesome sunsets and
that's what you're getting. You're getting at like you're waiting for something to inspire you, which is heavily overlooked. Okay. Exactly. So like, for instance, like I was writing screenplays, right? But I was waiting for stuff, and then I kind of was like in this rut where I was not writing good stuff. And I was starting to wait for things to happen to me. You know,
Yes. To
and then I
build them
got
to write
scammed, and then I got scammed out of a lot of money and shit. And then I write this
Oh.
great screenplay about scammers and shit, or
Yeah.
or like this kid, locally like committed suicide and stuff, and there's like a lot of like there's a lot of mixed opinions about suicide and how like a lot of people go the negative route and call them like fucking cowards and stuff. A lot of people are more sympathetic,
Right.
and I just hate that shit when people are so like
Judgmental.
they don't take mental illness seriously.
Exactly.
I hate that shit. So like I'll write
Yes.
something about that, or like how people would react to that, like the other perspectives. Like
Oh,
I
that's awesome.
so do you guys, Drac specifically, what do you wait for as in for inspiration when you write something?
For me, it's just like either seeing something inspiring or like a film, music video, song, piece of art, whatever the fuck. But normally for me, like the best time for writing, it just comes to me. Like I'll be laying in bed sometimes, like, okay, I'm ready to go to sleep, lay down, and then suddenly just an idea hits, and I'm like, oh, I gotta write this down, and suddenly
You got to get up.
a paragraph turns into a page, turns into 5 pages, turns into 20 pages.
I love that feeling. It's like you're being
Yeah.
possessed.
Exactly. And
Yes.
the best is when you fucking look back at something and you're like, I don't remember writing that.
Yeah.
When the fuck did I like come up with this, you know?
Bro,
And
like
you're like, man, that's genius, you know?
Yeah,
ideas or like ideas like it's like this alien life form. It's like a nano robot. No, it's not a robot. It's not a robot. It's an organism. It's an
Yeah.
organism that's real and it infests you, man. It's like what you absorb gets put out to be absorbed by someone else.
Yes.
It's fucking
exactly.
beautiful, man.
Hell yeah.
Like a giant hive mind almost.
Yes, exactly. Everything's a chain reaction. You're putting out something to inspire someone else and then someone else inspires someone else, and then that person could.
Exactly.
It can't even fucking go back to you. Okay,
Hell yeah.
it's like let me think. Like Drake creates the Toronto sound, which influences The Weeknd, and The Weeknd inspires Drake again, and then Drake inspires Party Next Door, and then Party Next Door inspires Drake to, or Bryson Tiller.
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck, man? It's
It
beautiful.
just all bounces off each other like a continuous loop.
Yes.
This creatorship is what I've been learning recently is starting to create more and more. Is that sort of like, it's like religious.
Yes.
It's really religious in a beautiful way. And I mean that in the best possible way. And I'm not saying that as a statement against religion, because I don't hate religion. I just don't. It's not my favorite magazine. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not always. If I'm on the coffee table, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's other things available. Other
Like,
pamphlets, newspapers,
Yeah, exactly. But
like a scroll.
Yes. I'll take an emerald tablet,
Some
please.
ancient papyrus.
yeah, there's many other things to subscribe to besides religion. And that's not in a hateful act. It's just personal preference, which I feel. And also, it's hard to sort of respect something that's caused mass genocide, and like that's on that level. But I mean, are you guys religious? That's what I want to ask.
I wouldn't say necessarily religious. I'd say more spiritual and spiritually inclined. Like I know some things out there. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is beyond my comprehension.
That's what I like. Yes,
And
that's what I like to
see
feel. Like I don't
understanding.
want to know all the answers. Why does everybody
Exactly.
want to know all the answers about like spirituality or any of that shit? I don't want to know.
No, yeah, exactly. It's like you feel it. It's like what you know is how you see it, and it's through your eyes of the beholder. It's like your reality is based on your precursor because you're the seer.
True, whatever that is. No, but
Like the lighthouse of the ocean.
like I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just getting at not everybody has to have the answers. Not everybody wants the answers, and not everybody wants to be like knowing about some certain psalm or whatever. Psalm. Who's King James? Like who? Shit, I can't hear y'all. Y'all are frozen.
Oh, there we go.
Over here.
Okay, So I was just saying, like, not everybody wants to know the Psalms. No, I don't want to know who's King James.
I don't even know.
But there's a book named after him called the Bible. I don't know. It's just yeah. But what you have been telling me that you've been checking out is the Avengers. Okay, this is it. This is the Avengers discussing part. Okay.
Heck yeah.
Which Avengers films have you all been watching recently?
So, I had the pleasure of seeing all of them in theater with my mom.
Same.
And this guy, he hadn't seen any of them.
Oh.
Maybe like one or two.
Yeah.
And so we started horribly. We started in Civil War.
What?
I know. There's no real reasoning aside from the fact that he's like, what's your favorite Marvel movie? And I was like, Civil War. And he's like, okay, we'll start there. And I'm like, that's a horrible decision. I'm in.
The bug, man.
We started with that, and then we watched Spider-Man: Homecoming and Doctor Strange. And he was like, I like these movies. And I'm like, all right, we're going to the beginning. And then we watched Captain America, Captain Marvel, and started Iron Man a little bit before the interview.
Oh, Iron Man, dude. I like the Thor movies. A lot of people don't like them. I love them. Thor 2 is not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie. It's just a different Marvel movie, I'll say.
But I like it a lot. Like it
has a lot of lore building.
Yeah, with the Infinity Stones and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, it really prepared me for Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah.
And I'm the guy who I like all the Marvel movies before they tried to set up 30 different fucking things every movie. like the newer movies, they don't the newer movies are great. Like, they're fucking outstanding, okay? And it perfectly ended. But the new movies, they're not really movies to be movies. They're movies to set up 30 different fucking things for newer movies.
Yeah.
But with the older ones, they were just like I got like a Thor poster right there, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah. And Loki, fuck yeah.
Yeah, Loki. But they weren't trying to set up a bunch of things. They were just dolo things. They set up a couple things, don't get me wrong, and they set them up fine, but it wasn't always the main part of the story or the plot twist.
Right.
It was just like one small thing.
Different things.
Right.
Yeah.
And like Captain America.
I want to say like around Guardians, it really started to be like setting up like 30 different things in the movie.
Yeah, facts. Exactly. And like the Winter Soldier is like an awesome thing. Dude, he's not ready for that. He's not right.
I'm like, so he was so confused because like I said, we started with Civil War. So he saw Bucky there, and then we get to Captain America, and he's like, Bucky's dead, and he's like, what? He's like, how did he die? And I'm like, you'll understand later.
I was like, freight train.
You're like, this makes sense somehow. It all adds up. He died on a freight train.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not ready, dog. But the thing is like seeing that in real time, going to the theater, not knowing jack shit.
Oh yeah,
right.
dude.
I miss that. I don't
right?
think theaters are gone. I just think it's really good. It's gonna be like theater, and I might have said this on another podcast. Is that movie theaters are gonna be like performance theater. There's gonna be a set audience. There's always gonna be fans of it, but it's gonna be a small cult-like thing, and they're always gonna go, but the audience will never go away for movie theaters, okay?
No.
But it's going to be at a smaller level, okay? Yeah. And it's going to be the only ones that will make real big money are blockbusters, but there still will always be fans of those small indie films. There'll always be those cool A24 films like the mid-90s, you know, like that one, the Uncut Gems, The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson.
Was so good.
Facts.
Lighthouse was fucking phenomenal.
Like Blue October.
Yeah, like
October Sky.
What?
He was saying Blue October, Hunt for Red October. Is that what you're thinking of?
Yes.
The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, like those smaller, not huge movies. There's always from films. There's always going to be awesome audiences, but it's not going to be at the level it ever was before until things are fully normal. But we really do kind of have PTSD in a sense that in 10 years, if someone coughs and it's like,
we're gonna be like, oh, Jesus, what did you just do?
I just took a dab.
They're like, You have the COVID, sir. Get away.
That was bro, dude. That was the funniest shit you sent me earlier. You were like about jerking off in Marvel movies. Say it again. Say it again.
That's a line from Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. I was surprised you didn't get it. It was Jason Lee's character Brody. They go and they talk to him, and they're talking about the difference between reboots and remakes, and how Hollywood ruins movies by making reboots and remakes. And they're like, yeah, I want another Fast and Furious movie. We're going to drive that bitch into the ground. He's like, yeah, I want another Marvel movie. Here you go. And he's like, don't fucking ever shit talk Marvel movies. Those are modern masterpieces. I don't even watch porn anymore. I watch those stroke off and jerk off and come twice as hard doing it. And I'm just like, damn. I feel that on a spiritual level, though. Like,
spiritual level. Bro, that's fucking... Dude, that was the funniest shit. I heard all... Well, we're into the next day here in Delaware, but you're still at 10 p.m., I assume. I didn't know y'all were mountain time. I was like...
Yeah, it's like hard to... It's weird. It doesn't really tell you that when you look up time. It's like one state is mountain standard time. That's it. And it doesn't change. It has no seasons. I mean, at least where we are.
It has 2 seasons, cold and hot.
Yes.
New Jay Green release just dropped.
Oh shit!
Oh heck yeah,
bro! I want to interview Cold Blooded so badly.
Dude, for real. Cold Blooded, the MC, Mike Collins. He's from Los Angeles, California, and he lives in Las Vegas right now. He's one of my good friends, Nemesis and Cold Blooded. They're like brothers to me. But I remember watching Cold Blooded do his music videos on YouTube in his apartment when he was working at the laundry guy at MGM Grand. Like. He made videos
bro, like, if I want to make a documentary about, like, the underground rap scene or some shit, or, like, funk, you're going to be, like, a writer or some shit. Like, you got info, or, like, I'm going to do Q&As with you.
Just random.
But, like, this is what I want, though. Like, I want people to, like, look back at this and really kind of know that artists are people.
Yes.
Like, they're not just demons that are just
not at all.
Here. Here's this. Views. Like, there was a time where, hold on, let me try and sort of show the working class individual, like a really big artist. Let me dive through my mind, real quick. You think of a big artist. Okay. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, okay?
Yes.
So he had to, like, go to, like, the army or some shit. Like, he got, like, forced to go to the army or some shit like that. And then he kind of left, right? Like, he was like, I'm not rocking with this no more. And I think he got kicked out for, like, smoking weed or some shit. Yeah. So, like, he was, like, grounded. He wasn't, like, grounded, but his life was grounded in a sense that he went on and made one, like, and he was, like, pushed down by him trying to sort of conform to what the real world wants, what the real world desires, that he used that energy to create one of the best mixtapes of his career, Miseducation of Freddie Gibbs, which had a freestyle over the 93 Till Infinity beat, the Souls of Mischief beat. Shouts out to Souls of Mischief and, you know, all them. So, and he did all that, and he had the GI Pride, all them cool ass songs on it. Then after that, he made Midwest Cadillac Killer Music or some shit like that, and he made all these cool projects, right? And then he gets that top upper echelon Freddie Gibbs. We get Pinata, okay? And then he's got, ever since Pinata, he's been, I got him up higher than Kendrick Lamar, okay? On my like until Kendrick Lamar drops some new shit, I got him higher than Kendrick Lamar on my top list.
100%.
And I'm a guy who has 2 Kendrick Lamar vinyls, okay? He's the most, I don't have a lot of vinyls, but he's the only one that I have, like, 2 of.
Oh, man.
So, from rappers. So, I love Kendrick. You guys.
Section 80 is my shit.
Yeah. What about you, Jack? What's your favorite Kendrick?
Shit. For Kendrick, I'm always a fan of Mad City because that's what got me into Kendrick.
Same, bro. Like, it's either that or Damn.
Right.
Like, To Pimp a Butterfly is good, but, like, it doesn't have a lot of, I couldn't go back and listen to it every day.
Man, that one track off that one, though, How Much a Dollar Cost? I fucking fuck with that song heavy.
I love it so much, but, like, I often go back and listen to Damn more for some reason, like Pride or Triple X with U2.
Yes.
I don't know. And also, it's like everybody talks about it, and it gets real annoying. Like everybody's like, it's like it's not overhyped, but like people that like it think that they like have the secrets to the universe, like that say that it's their favorite album, like rap album, like they think they have the secrets to the universe. Like I don't. Yeah. Have you guys tapped into Griselda or any of those people? Like Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, Conway the Machine?
Can't say I have.
I know, but I heard of Benny the Butcher, but I'm not a real listener. I was going to give you a song I like of Freddie Gibbs is Forever in a Day. Because that song's like so inspirational to me. It's so sick.
Yeah. What about Adam the Shinobi? He's another funk artist out of San Antonio.
I know him from the underground. Him and Dev Shogun. Like when he interviewed Adam the Shinobi, it automatically thought of Half Dog Shogun for some reason.
Bro, you were a real mentor to Half Dead Shogun. Half Dead Shogun was really shouting you out and really appreciated.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I saw that and I like legitimately cried. I was like, man, that inspired the heck out of me just now. I showed everybody I was with in the car right then, and they're like, heck yeah.
This is some Adam the Shinobi. I want to play this just because. That's crazy.
I like that.
So he was on my show. He was the first 2-hour podcast I'd ever done, and we did Pusha T versus Drake, full on discussion. We wanted to know a lot of other topics. It wasn't the whole thing, but we were just we weren't screaming at each other, but we were just doing all of that. What?
Intense debate.
I said, don't even ask me that one.
Don't ask that.
Oh, well, what's your opinion?
Pusha T.
Oh shit.
I can't stand Pusha T. I'm sorry.
I'm over like 40. I mean, that's a hard ass line. Also, and embellishing that he had a child and he didn't want the public to know about that. I mean, it's understandable why he didn't want the public to know about that. But I like Pusha T because I've been listening to him since freaking Clips. And
so is Drake. Drake has a signed microphone by Pusha T.
Yeah. So the irony of the beef is hilarious to me because I actually love like Mr. Me Too because Pharrell founded the Virginia Boys is what they used to call themselves. Malice and Pusha T. Malice found religion and doesn't do rap music no more. He's just holy, super holy. So that's why Pusha T does his own single individual stuff with good music with Kanye West, etc.
Listen. So what I first off, I want to raise 3 issues. First off, Pusha T's legitimacy in his lyrics and his repetitiveness. Okay, now I'm gonna raise 3 topics. Then I just kind of did 2 at once. Okay, legitimacy of his lyrics. Okay, he all he raps about is like selling cocaine when he doesn't do that. He's never been arrested for it, right? And I'm not saying everybody has to rap all the truth, but he does it too much. And I can't listen to that shit all the time. And then repetitiveness, it's mainly the same thing over and over again. He doesn't do it in a unique way. Like, and the only times he's done it is with he's always relying on someone, either Neptunes or like he doesn't have a lot of solo songs I can rock with. Even my favorite song, and I've been listening to him for a while, are like he's good in the angry sense, but other people do that shit better.
True.
And first off, what I think is when you can't critique a rapper because they ghostwrite. I don't think ghostwriting is a reason to critique because that denies that rap is music. Okay? You see Adele win an award, she goes out with 30 people. She gets the award with 30 different people.
Yes.
Ghostwriting denies that rap is music because rap is a form of music. It's the best form of music ever, in my opinion, and it's the most special form of music, in my opinion. And the artist that makes music and wants someone to help them write it is because they want to perfect the craft and they want to make a great song and balance out the flows, make sure the hook is top tier, make sure that it's good music. But if they're just gonna fucking, like, not everything is great when it's just one person, okay? And even artists that do that, they can't do it. I'm not doing this mainly because I defend Drake. I'm defending the art form that I love so much.
Right. Well, I'm not necessarily saying I hated Drake or any of those key points is how I look at Drake. I just look at Drake as different than other people do, and it's not on a hating format. I used to hate Drake. Yes, I put it on my social media, so you can look on my Twitter back in the day, and it straight up says, I hate Drake. I do not listen to this guy. He's a fake. So you can literally look at it. It's back there. It's there. But I recently learned to have a love for artists and respect them because Nemesis showed the light. And the light it's a craft. It's a form of art that you are creating and you're formulating from yourself. Your energy is getting poured into that. Doesn't matter who's writing your lyrics. You have that art form to do it. So, like, that's the difference that I see now than when I did before. But when that battle happened, I didn't really have that knowledge. I just had a knowledge of, he's Pusha T. And I know Pusha T from 2006, Mr. Me Too. And, like, I just know because I really wasn't an underground listener. I was just like crunk music, like Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Yin Yang Twins.
But I'm not denying Pusha T has a great discography. I'm not gonna deny that.
Right, but
I listen to Drake albums more. I think you gotta
like listen to him a little bit more before you can like really say that he is only that type of artist, or he only has good music with Neptunes, or good music only with Pharrell, or he needs somebody to become a good artist. Because he's got a song, If You Know, You Know, and that has no anybody in it but him, but it's very subliminal. And he's talking about Lil Wayne and Birdman, and it's a diss track towards him. But, you know, that's what he's known for, is diss tracks. He's a disser, like Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks does a mixtape thing, but Lloyd Banks, a.k.a. the Punchline King, Blue Hefner from G Unit, fucking, they're all, like, similar.
Bro, Lloyd Banks, dude, didn't he do, like, the Bedrock hook?
No, the Bedrock book.
The Bedrock song.
Oh no, he wasn't on Bedrock. That was Tyga. That was early Tyga song. Bedrock. I can make the bed.
That's Young Money. That's the rap group.
Yeah. I don't really.
All right. You don't gotta know everything. Yeah.
No,
I was thinking though, like,
he was like one of the best artists that Lil Wayne put through before Drake.
Who?
And it was actually after Drake was introduced in 2007, 2008 under Young Money when Successful dropped. Like, I'm not a hater of Drake. I just see it differently. I just have a different mindset because there's many lyrics he used from the Bay Area from artists like Mac Dre and Too Short. And when you use artists' lyricisms without asking permission, it's just sort of not looked at correctly. So, like, a lot of the songs, why they're famous is because they're practically remakes of songs that had already become platinum hits in the early 90s.
That's what sampling is, bro.
That's why I don't sample in my beats.
Okay.
And then I
only do that. I barely do that because I've been stopping doing that with my shit. Right. Because that was my concept before I had a different outlook on what rap is and what the artistry behind it and what the craftsmanship is behind it and how much time it does take to make a song and how much time it does make to. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Rapping.
I look at Drake at the level I look at a textbook.
True. Like
the way he markets his music, the way he gets his music out there. Because I want to be mainstream. I'm gonna tell you that right to your face. That when I start making music and when I start rapping, I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna tell you because that's just me.
Right.
But
that's. We see. I'm not looking at it like I used to. You're thinking I hate Drake because I'm an underground. I'm not repping who I used to rep whatsoever. I'm not repping, promoting nobody. I'm charging now. So anybody that wants
charging.
To promote, yeah, I'm not doing underground shit no more. I legitimately put that on Facebook. I am not doing anything for free because it is not worth my time whatsoever anymore. I am charging just like an independent artist.
Let's go. Okay. Let's go. That's what I want to hear.
Saying.
No. Listen. Zip a couple 5 months ago. Okay.
Yes.
He was taking it seriously. Okay. But he wasn't taking it seriously as I see you now.
Yes.
Like.
I'm dead ass serious.
Okay. Like you're. Okay. That's what I want to hear. Why we need to see Zip take stuff seriously because you've saturated your life with this shit for so fucking long, man. But you gotta fucking no. Like you gotta organize your stuff, and that's what you're doing. That's what the Vibe EP is a fucking example of, and that's what the Pull Me Over song is a fucking example of. And look at fucking Drac. This motherfucker is spitting. You motherfuckers are gonna start getting your music out there, and people are gonna start paying you for your shit. And I'm gonna tell you that right to your fucking face because I listen to your music. I give these people a fucking chance. Because I'm able to point out where they can work on, but I also want to see them grow because I don't want people to fail. That's why I fucking interview these people, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what are you charging for and what's the prices? Let's go.
So, to repost a track, I'm going to start at $5 for 1 week because I have 600 followers. Most people don't have that to work with.
You have PayPal.
For features, I'm going to start at $25 because I haven't charged this whole entire time. If they're trying to get an exclusive beat, I'm gonna charge them $100. If they're trying to get a lease from me, $50. That's all I have right now for structure because I do have a smorgasbord of beats that I had made in the past that are on my computer. What I got to do now is pull them off with a hard drive, get a new laptop with this new stimulus that's gonna come in effect, and I'm literally gonna invest all of that into my craft.
Okay, but listen though, on your SoundCloud, you gotta organize which one. You gotta like organize playlists with your beats and all that shit. You gotta organize songs and stuff.
If you look on my SoundCloud and the playlist, there's instrumentals that I made, and then there's beats produced by Bose and songs that I have collabs with Bose, and then there's collabs that I've done chopped in screws. I have like 13 chopped in screws, etc. But the tapes that I made is the purple track. It's like purple. It's called Astral Trap. And that's 13 beats, but that's all old stuff. I'm trying to do all new stuff. That's why I'm like so thrown around with the prices because I haven't sat down and penetrated the pudding yet.
Nemesis is doing the whole. Nemesis has probably been charging for a while, but his prices and what he's doing is good. Just like on my services, I charge for my promotional services in a way that I just got a text from them. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna list my prices for anybody who's fucking watching who's a musician, okay? Because I can, okay? Because I'm proud of my craft and I'm proud of people paying me for this. I got people paying me for stuff for music promotion today, almost daily, but not all the time. Let me find this shit. It's on my fucking website. This is a rambling moment.
It's all right. That's how we
look at Drac, bro. Look at Drac, man. So inspirational.
Right. Just the utmost pinnacle of inspiration.
Bro, he's just vibing. Vibe EP available now.
Available now on SoundCloud.
Okay, $10 for a music video reaction. $15 for our interview article on Splash Bakery, the blog website, out of the Bay Area. Shouts out to the Bay Area. $20 for a song review on HASSCast. $25 for a song review on the Splashcast, which is another podcast I host over on Splash Bakery. $30 for an album review on HASSCast. Okay? And beats, you could just go on my Bandcamp and buy them. I put your beats on the one, and whenever we collaborate, I put it on Bandcamp and edit. But what do you use for your money though? I want to know that.
I use DistroKid right now.
No, I'm talking about like if people want to pay you. Like, do you have PayPal, Cash App?
Literally, I have them wire me money.
He does it the old-fashioned way.
What?
He's like Western Union.
Western Union
money,
or money order.
That's how he does it.
I had literally money order or wire money.
I got PayPal.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right, so you go to a money store where they have loans, and then you say, I need a MoneyGram for this amount, and then you give the person the name and the last name and the city and state that they're in, and then that person goes to that place and gets their money, or they send it to me.
Real quick, by money store, do you mean bank?
Yes.
Bro, can you get a PayPal, dog?
By money store, do you mean bank?
Can you get a fucking PayPal, dog?
Yeah, for real.
No, I had a PayPal, but they negative charged me $100, and then I was like, I couldn't fight it because I didn't know how to, so they just kind of shut my PayPal account down.
Do you know how easy it is to get a Cash App, bro?
I had a Cash App, but it's a long story, and
long story short, a pimp has his Cash App.
Yes, and that's all I could disclose on that matter.
Dude, we gotta hear that story.
Pimpin' ain't easy. There's the
Pimpin' ain't
story.
easy.
There's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. Pimpin' ain't easy. That's the fact right there.
That's a good song.
But legit,
You
a
should
pimp
make that.
has these. Homie back in the
All right,
day.
what about
you know,
Venmo?
I am blocked from using Venmo because I tried
What the
Venmo
fuck?
with the pimp first and they blocked me
Oh
from
my
it.
God.
So they're like, you are not doing what you're supposed to with this, and they blocked me from it. So Cash App don't really care. They let it.
So if you really want to pay Ziploc, you get a messenger pigeon and you attach a note to it with $20. You
Let me
feed it
find
Kevin,
it. No, I'm
and-
figuring out how you get, dude. Digital money transfer apps. I'm Googling this right
Like
now.
you just send it on a fucking pigeon with ketamine. Just feed him ketamine. Go, pigeon, go to Havasu. If you don't get the pigeon back in 3 weeks, assume it's dead.
The fuck, bro?
How do you get money?
Dude, why can't you just like do it? Make a new bank account.
Look at him. Look at him. He's Ziploc, man. Everything's got to be complicated.
I
The
don't,
EP took him forever.
Dude, what? You gotta, dude. Nobody knows. I'm not mad. I'm just like confused at like why. Like, can you like fix? I don't know, bro. You gotta fix that because I want to give you money, but I don't know if someone buys the CDs or something. Dude, what?
Oh yeah, true. I don't know. I'm weird with banks. I don't like banks, so I got a money card. And that money card's from the place I get my title loan from, and I trust them because my money's there, and I don't really trust banks. Like, I'm weird with banks, but here I swear I will get a bank account, and then I will have one time soon.
So
Somehow.
you really don't want to talk about your near-death experience. I know I asked you about it earlier, but you really don't want to go into it.
No.
Oh, come on, dude. Just leave out the names. Leave out the names. Leave out...
No. Yes.
Let's go.
So this incident had happened, and this thing.
Slow.
I can't. I'm
Slow
trying.
detailed. Slow detailed.
What?
Slow and detailed, bro.
Paint the picture for us, like you were
I was in a Tonka trunk.
a Tonka
A
trunk.
Tonka trunk. This guy came up to me and was like, "Get out of my truck, motherfucker!" Cocked his gun. Boom! Put it to my head.
Why?
Because he thought I was fucking his wife.
Not normally.
Say it in a normal
Not that
time.
normal, or else I'll cry, alright?
Else I'll cry.
Don't put me into a traumatic event. I'll be like, "Ah!"
Oh, man.
No, alright, so I was just sitting in the car and she was looking for her phone and it looked like she was sucking on my penis, but she really wasn't. And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And she's like, "I'm looking for my phone." And he told us to get out the car, sat on a chair. He's like, "What are you doing, motherfucker?" And he literally cocked his gun, put it to my head.
Who is
and
this
then-
person to
and then
you?
This person was somebody I thought I, could be safe with because I went to him to get sober. So the irony of this whole entire story is just really intense and blows my mind. So she said, "We weren't doing anything. I was looking for my phone." And then he told us to get back out. And I sat in this chair and I wasn't like, I didn't have a fear face on. I was just like smirking a little bit. I don't know why. I was just like a jerk about it. And then he's like,
I love how Simple's like, if this is my time to go, I'm gonna be a smug asshole
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
Smirk and drink my 5-hour energy shot.
And so like he cocked the gun back and then held the gun to my head, and then at that moment I just had a 5-hour energy shot in my pocket. So I pulled it out of my pocket. It was 12 at night and I just drank it. And he kind of looked at me like, "What the fuck?" So that was like the nerve. That was a way for my nerves to calm the hell down. And then he's like, "If I ever catch you around, if you're my friend, you leave right now." And it kind of didn't make sense, but it kind of did. And so I just left. I literally had a blanket folded with my laptop on top of that and this Bluetooth speaker right here. That's literally all I had. And then 2 jackets on. And then I journeyed my way across. I made it about a mile and I was about to get on the highway I-17. And this car pulled up and he's like, "Victor?" And I was like, "What the heck?" It's the guy. He followed me. So I was freaked the hell out. And he's like, "Why are you running?" And then it was someone he just introduced me to. And the funny thing is that dude lived in a camper that he was going to like he's renting from the dude that pulled the gun on me. So it was just so ironic that I never got found. But he took me in his car and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "This guy pulled a gun on me." And he's like, "What the hell? Get in here." So he took me to his camper, and I was literally in hiding for 2 days. I couldn't step outside. I smoked like a pack of cigarettes within like 3 hours. I was chain smoking profusely. I couldn't eat because I got really nervous. I didn't have my anxiety medicine, so I was just completely tripping out. Anyways, 2 days had gone by, and I have unemployment right now because I'm unemployed due to Corona. Long story short, blah, blah, blah. And I was able to get money from the card so I could get a ride to Flagstaff by people I just met. So not only was I trusting them with my life, but I literally had no idea who these people were. And turns out they were crackheads. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is just wonderful.
He's trying to get sober.
I'm trying to get sober.
For his life, surrounded by crackheads.
All of them are crackheads. They're like, "I need some crack right now. You got money for crack?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I'm trying to get home right now." And so like the final day comes to it, and I'm like, crap, if I don't make this bus stop, I'm gonna have to pay my friend to pick me up from this place. I was thinking so far ahead because I was tripping out. Survival mode, basically. Got a ride to Flagstaff, made the bus by 2 minutes, bro. They were like, if you wouldn't have came in here 2 minutes later, I would have not been able to sell this ticket to you. And it was the only bus that day. And I was like, it was a Greyhound bus. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. So then it was a 2-hour bus ride to Kingman, Arizona, and that's where they go. From Kingman, they go to Vegas. So I couldn't even take a bus ride to Lake Havasu. I had to wait at Kingman, and then they didn't even have a payphone there. So I had no way to contact anybody that I was in Kingman. And then I finally got a hold of my mom, and this is where it gets hilarious. So at that bus stop, I was there for literally 4 hours, chain smoking cigarettes. I had no music this whole time. I'll tell you what, there was no music playing. The only songs that were coming to my head were songs that me and him had made, or like old ass auto-tune songs that aren't even on SoundCloud anymore. And I'm like, what the hell, where'd this song come from? And then all I had was this cell phone that this dude gave me. It was a throwaway track phone, and it had a ringtone. It was an LG ringtone. It was all, and I was chain smoking a cigarette, vigorously typing, and I wrote an essay about choices. And instead of a rap, I wrote an essay about choices and what good choices are and how we should, not base them upon what is happening on the outside, but to love yourself in order to make the right choices type scenario, type beat almost. And then my mom finally came and rescued me, and then I told her what had actually happened because I actually left my phone there, and he was messaging my friends on my Facebook Messenger saying I was doing this and that with his wife. And then he messaged my mom and was saying some threatening ass things. And I was like, hell to the F no. I was like, this is not cool at all. And then I told her, I was like, I had a gun pulled to my head. And she was like, oh my gosh. She almost like swerved off the road. But it was just very life-altering event for me. Like, I don't know. I'm just like very thankful to be alive right now. And then all these Avenger movies I'm watching is like giving me motivation.
How'd you get to Drac?
What'd you say?
How'd you get to Drac?
Oh, because I live at his mom. He lives like right up the road, and that's where his mom lives. So after he got swooped up, he came over here because I'm like right down the street.
Yeah, like we live on the same street.
Yeah,
and
like,
the distance between
like
us
feet
is not even a quarter mile. It's under a quarter mile.
Where's your house? Like, did you just leave your house to get sober?
Yeah, and my mom watched it over.
Oh.
So she stayed there because it's only like $500 a month, and it's like I didn't ever want to lose that thing, so I was like, Mom, can you please, or like she had some issues going on with her girlfriend and everything, and she moved in, and luckily I was able to work it out, but she is still there because of things that had happened. But I got a 2-story apartment. That first interview that we did, that's where that apartment was. So it's like a two-bedroom upstairs, downstairs apartment. It has a bathroom and it has a shower, and it's even got a little Harry Potter closet. So it's pretty cool.
This is the greatest story I've ever heard. No, like from a person. No, like from a actually like I've heard stories.
Right.
But I've heard like from someone I was talking to, like a human being that I know.
Yeah.
Like, that I'm able to know someone a part of the story.
Right.
This is a great
Heck yeah.
story.
Heck yeah.
And I would like to make this into a short film one day.
That'd be pretty sick. That's what I was saying
real,
too, right?
Yeah, bro!
Yeah.
It's a fucking movie.
Right?
Yeah, especially to see women chain smoking a cigarette.
And just the ones, it's like it's this.
No.
it's
That's
such
a time lapse. That's a time lapse. Okay.
Like he was,
Like,
he was
you know,
there for 4
dude.
hours. I listened to this ringtone, dude. I made it 30 seconds in, and I wanted to blow my brains out. It's like this sad orchestral,
We need
like
narration.
piano and cello, and then it would just the scene would be you just chain smoking, and it would be you narrating the essay that you're writing with just that playing underneath, and it would show the sun just fucking going through like a whole day past.
And then the guy from the store, because he kept looking at me, and he's like,
You gotta buy something or you're loitering.
Yeah, I sat inside because I was getting cold outside. And he's like, "You want a cheeseburger?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You gotta buy it or else you gotta sit outside." I was like, "This guy,
This motherfucker.
I just got off the Greyhound to come here."
You're telling me I gotta fucking leave?
I bought a cheeseburger and then my mom showed up.
Bro,
so it was
speaking
pretty
on conspiracies, did you see the Free Ghislaine shirt?
No, I haven't.
Free Ghislaine Maxwell shirt?
Shit.
It's a
Oh,
joke, you know. But people are actually swiping up because I do this thing on my story where I post Epstein quotes. Where it'll be like a generic, it will be like a generic motivational quote, and then it'll be like a black and white picture of Jeffrey Epstein. It'll be like, forget the mistake, remember the lesson. and it'll have like a picture of Jeffrey Epstein, like, you know, just smiling. And like,
funny.
And someone swiped up and they're like, "Why are you posting this horrible person?" And I was like, "Dude, it's like a joke, bro. Like, it's just to make fun of, motivational quotes." And now there's another one. Let me find another. I have like a little photo album of Epstein quotes. Hold on. Yeah, let me find another one. People don't want to hear about your success; they want to hear about your downfall. Never let that happen.
Oh yes.
Okay, here's another one. What the fuck is you doing, bro? Relax.
That's what I'm saying.
That 5-hour energy didn't stop. Okay. Never discuss cheese with rats, talk bread with birds, or make moves with snakes. Dude, it's got like a black and white little picture.
With Jeffrey.
Oh man, that's golden.
Fuck yeah.
Bro, how long could we go for?
Fuck, what do you want to talk about?
Bro, I'm thinking though. Do you want to aim for the 3-hour mark? We're an hour and a half in.
Shit.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
I'm down.
Make history here, the snakes.
Heck yes.
The snakes.
Slithering snakes.
Damn, I just set a really high expectation for myself. I'm scared.
You're like, I just said it. I spoke it out loud.
Yeah, man. So, what was your initial reaction when watching Captain America? Is it?
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It was really cool because I went through boot camp as a teen.
Oh, for real? Whoa! We need to hear about that. What do you mean?
Yeah, he was dead ass like Captain America, bro. He was
Like,
asthmatic and scrawny and shit.
And I was like super like braille and brittle, and I couldn't breathe when I did exercise because I have asthma. So like, I went through a boot camp for the youth, troubled youth, called Arizona Project Challenge. And what it is by the National Guard. They kind of put it together, but it's waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 8 o'clock.
Do you live in Arizona your whole life?
Whole life. I was born and raised in Arizona.
Okay.
It's not all country western as they say it is. There's not a lot of cowboy boots and horses. It's all
I mean, there
very-
used to be.
Yeah,
terrestrial.
There's still a lot of cowboy boots and horses.
Maybe in this town.
Bro, I'm about to make an underground mix, dog. Underground mix for like music and shit. Let's nail down what I should add to the underground mix now. Okay?
Fuck.
8 tracks. Okay?
Only 8? Are we talking old school underground, modern underground? What are we talking about?
Modern underground, like new shit. And I'm gonna do like little narrations and be like, explain how the songs were relevant to me and shit.
Hell yeah.
I want to say like.
I'm gonna pitch my voice down.
I'm torn between Fork in the Pot and Spring Valley by Ouija Mac. Because both those are fucking bangers.
Which one? Which one? Send me the first one.
It's Fork in the Pot by Ouija Mac. Yeah, send it to me real quick.
Okay, well.
Soy orgullosamente latina, aunque no siempre ha sido fácil. Indeed me ayudó a encontrar.
It's an advertisement, you know how it is.
Oh, of course.
Bro, it's an advertisement for the thing I applied for my job in. Yes, I have a job. But that's what happened since the last time I interviewed you. I got a job.
Oh, fuck yeah.
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 Oh. Bro, you sound like Drac.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fork in the pot.
Little does he know. No.
Okay, now I'm gonna get. Who else? Let me check out what I've been listening to lately. That new Sempra joint. I Got Banned from Heaven.
That was pretty tight.
Bro, Sempra never misses.
Right?
For real.
I'm gonna interview him and Teddy Slugs at the same time.
Damn.
Dude, that'd be pretty sick.
That'd be rare as shit, bro.
What? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm gonna show you a new funk beat I've been working on. It's too fast and like not mixed properly, but
I like
Hell
it.
yeah.
Sounds nice.
it's I don't know. I might want to pitch something down, but bro, this one was good though. The one that I was working on, this one. Remember this?
Yeah.
This one. Dude, that's crazy.
Dude, that one's sick.
Hell yeah.
I got this one coming soon. I'm just previewing this shit just because.
Oh yeah. Exclusives.
So I got that video game vibe, that like that Sega vibe.
Yeah. I like that.
Got that bass synth.
Heck yeah.
Stank face.
Right?
Stank face. Ugh. And I got this one. My homie Paul Butler is gonna rap over this. What's that boom bap?
Hell yeah.
Bro, the sample changes though. It's not that whole thing for fucking 3 minutes. Hey, hey. Hold on. Fuck. Bro. Bro, I'm gonna show you what I got that stank face for, and Drax got something to do with it. Hold on. Bro, I got that stank face when I heard this. Dude, like what? That's insane. What other beats of mine? Like, what other beats of mine do you mess with, Zip? And I'll tell you what beats
like
of mine I mess with.
I like your funk fiction, that freaking stuff with the Mad Steak, what the heck? Mad Steak Productions, hold on, Mad Snake. The most recent one where he did the whole funk fiction on it, but that tape that beat came from. I like I gotta look.
Pimp Demic.
Yeah, Pimp Demic. That shit's sick, dude. I literally was listening to. I showed him or.
Hold up.
You showed me some.
Yeah.
Here. I really kind of stretched out the pattern on it because I've been trying to like make my patterns less shorter. Like, what have you been trying to change in your music, guys? Anything specific?
Well, we've found that the mastering shall not be done by me.
Yeah, that was the Vibe EP was my first attempt at mixing and mastering, and I think it came out pretty well.
It did. Like, I'm gonna play Drugs right now, and we'll hear that. That's what's cool about underground people that like I get to play their music right in front of them or some shit.
Yeah.
Just like trying to point out what I'm talking about.
The road is full of
Oh
inspiration.
my god, these fucking Lil Nas X commercials. What was that?
Yeah, Soldier Steppin' playing in the background. I can just hear it, and fucking every once in a while it'll be quiet.
What's on? Is there like a TV in front of y'all or some shit?
Yeah, it's I got my laptop hooked up to the TV so we see you in front of us, and then the camera's right up over here. Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Fucking hell.
This shit.
7 lines of blow.
Loud.
Straight to the nose.
Nose.
Comes my cone.
Cone.
Head to the toes.
Toe.
Take another hit.
Hit.
'Cause I really want to trip. Everything's all wavy. Yeah, that's the shit.
Shit.
Take another hit. My baby got a swisher.
Lit.
Back popping.
Bro, anytime there's a line about a swisher, you know what I'm saying? Or backward, like, shit. You know, like, I'm gonna follow you on my burner. I got a burner account, like, I just comment on shit. I don't, you know how it is, like, but
Fucking, we were brainstorming earlier, like we were mentioning a little bit ago, fucking, with like album concepts and ideas and shit, and fucking, we got this like wild ass concept where we want to take like little portions of maps, right, and like put them into each little album booklet that you would get, right? So each album, you get your little booklet and it has like the lyrics back in the day for the album. Well, these
like I was looking at the NWA 20th anniversary edition of Straight Outta Compton, and they have all the lyrics and storytelling based on the lyrics and shit, a whole fucking book.
Yeah, so you have like the lyric booklet and shit like that, and at the back, you'd have like your normal like who you dedicate the album to, shit like that. And like the back page, I want like a little piece of a map, right? And it'll be like a little piece of the United States on it. And once you collect all 7 albums and put the map together, it's gonna show locations where we've hidden certain memorabilia pieces or certain like exclusive albums.
Oh shit!
That'll be like geocaching kind of. So you gotta like go out and find it, and like whoever finds it first is gonna have some rare exclusive ass shit type beat. I'm thinking like
That's
merchandise.
fucking brilliant.
I'm thinking merchandise. I'm thinking exclusive unreleased songs.
Nobody
on CD,
ever heard.
like flash drive shit like that. I'm thinking like
Flash drive.
limited edition. I'm thinking like I want to do like an actual like tape.
Yes,
of like one cassette tape
it's
of like
golden.
the 3P EP or some shit, and have that hidden somewhere for someone to find.
Dude, for real.
And we got some other ideas and shit that's we're formulating on, but basically like we want to incorporate a bit of mystery and intrigue and geocaching into our music. And shit like
that's
that.
what I've been thinking though, like the CD route, merchandise.
Yes.
Let me explain to you how that's gonna work. Okay, because I want to like nail down my audience though. Is it's artists or people that want to hear about artists. You know what I mean? I want people to be inspired from me that are artists as well, not music artists. You don't have to be a fucking musician. I'm not mainly a musician. That's what people don't understand. Is that before this shit, all this music shit, I didn't know what a Jay Green was in April of last year. Never heard of him.
Okay.
Never heard of Lil Peep. I mean, I heard of Lil Peep, but like I never listened to him, and I didn't really care about him until I checked out the documentary without listening to any of his music. And then I just went on Instagram and looked up everybody that the documentary talked about, listened to everything, because I was bored as shit in my room in the summer, like you know, the whole time, like just had nothing, you know, burning, you know, but like I originally wanted to be a filmmaker. That's what people don't understand. Is this channel started off as film reviews only, and I started to remove my limitations. So I want people that are listening to realize that if you're an artist, talk to me in the DMs. Send me your stuff. Fucking just talk to me. You don't have to be an artist. Like what I've told people though is like people like this guy. One of my biggest supporters is a guy in Washington, and he's told me like, all his friends, doesn't have any friends, and his parents are like mean to him stuff, and the only person he has is a girlfriend. He doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. And what I told him is that when somebody asks you, what do you want to do with your life? The answer is not a job.
Yeah.
The answer will never be a job, and you should never answer it with a job. This isn't a job.
Nah.
It's something that I happen to make money off of, but that doesn't mean it's a job. When you make money off of something, that's not a job. That's you offering something to get something. That's basic. But nobody wants to think that. Everybody wants to think that there's some fucking entrepreneur because they watched one fucking Gary Vaynerchuk video.
Right, for real, bro.
Like they watched Ty Lopez videos and they buy courses online. Like, fuck you, man. Like if you buy a course on all entrepreneurship, and there's Forex scammers. Have you all seen that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is beautiful. Okay, so it'll be like an academy or some shit. It'll be like a I Am Academy, for instance. Okay, so Forex itself is not a scam. Forex is foreign exchange. It's the trading of online. It's just trading of foreign currency, and it's like similar to stocks, but it's with currency. So like you can buy money and send it and shit. But what there is institutions that are centered around advertising that group together a group of people, and they go and get recruiters. So what they do is they get you to sign a program and pay a subscription fee to the program. It's like $200 a month, right? And what you do is you join that, right? You're taught how to exchange currency and stuff, but they force you. They don't force you, but they say that if you want to make money or make more than you're paying, you have to recruit a certain amount of people.
Like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they basically what they do is they get you to recruit more people. And the more people you recruit, the more money you get. And what they do is they recruit people to recruit people instead of actually care about what they're actually learning about. It's supposed to be an academy about learning about how to make money, but what they're more concerned about is recruiting people and saying the same thing and sell the same thing. Okay?
Yeah.
And they have these templates. Right? When you join, you're supposed to send a picture of yourself, and they put you in a template and shit, and then you're like, and it's weird, man. There's some weird parts of like society and shit, like, and it's weird because these pyramid schemes have gotten to like childhood friends.
Right.
It's like they're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. It's like they're in a cult.
It's like you've been abducted by a cult, exactly.
But that's what I'm starting to realize about being a creator is it is kind of like a cult. It's like you run into somebody, or like a religion. I'd say it's a religion more because we were talking about it earlier. But like when you run into someone that's a part of it, you're like, oh, you do that too. Oh, you're creative too.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's not a cult where there's boundaries and where you're expected of anything. That's what I don't want people to think, is that if you're an aspiring creator or anything, people don't expect things from you, and they shouldn't.
Right.
They just expect you to do shit whenever you have the time to. Like, not everybody, like, that's what I want to do with the collective. I don't want it to be like a label. I don't want no contracts. Like, just create when you want to create, and it doesn't have to be music, ever. If a member of the collective said, I'm going to start making music, I'm going to do photography, I'd be fucking great. Good for you, homie. Like, you're still Mad Snake. Just represent us and be like, but, and let us know what you're doing. It doesn't have to be fucking music. Well, the main music part of it is the Circle of Serpents. Like, that's what I want people to think, is that, like, just remove the expectations, remove the standards. Not everybody has to be great at something. They just have to have fun with it and dabble and tinker. Like, you ever heard the song Somebody That I Used to Know?
Yes.
Like, the Gautier guy who made that, he's like, oh, I'm not really a musician. I just tinker with a couple things, and boom.
Yeah, it was catchy as heck. Mm-hmm. Somebody.
Bro, I love those old songs, like Unwritten. Looking up the dirty window, and it's time to burst. You cannot find, reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste. Like.
Or like Ace of Base.
What?
Ace of Base.
Nah.
Like, I saw the sign, and I opened
up my eyes. I saw a sign. Bro, making my way downtown, walking fast, dude.
And I'm home now.
And I got a whole playlist of like old generic pop songs.
Hell yeah,
dude, you'll love it. Okay. If you gave me a chance, I would take it.
Oh gosh.
All the other kids with the pumped up kicks better run. I'll run my gun.
All you kids with your new modern day music. Back in my day, we just had unforgettable.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up the world and I fell asleep. Because they fill the open air and leave teardrops everywhere. You'd make me rude and I just stand and stare. I like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep, because everything is never as it's. I'm done.
Okay, good.
Fuck.
All right. So I think for the April Fool's version of your podcast, you should read the entire B-movie script.
B-movie script? Yeah. Dude, what? I'm writing that down. Dude, fuck you, man. That's great.
Like, you can't see this on the freaking podcast. They're gonna know.
Remember that one joint? Some nights I stay up. Wait. Party in the USA?
Oh, gosh. Hold
on.
All wild.
Oh, yeah.
It's a party. My hands up, play my
Shawty's
song.
like a melody in my head that I can't keep going.
I have a very bad, what's it called? Disorder, I guess, where I hear songs like that and I immediately think of the Weird Al version.
Oh, gosh. Bro, this one.
Sexy back?
I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bro, Timbaland, he's got that bounce with his music. Like,
Yeah, he's
bounce.
one of my favorite producers all time. Because he beat
Bro, Justin Timberlake, though.
Yes.
Bro, Mirrors, Suit and Tie, Holy Grail. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found my cheese. That's my shit. Like, I love these overplayed joints because I don't want to say this, but they bring me back to the simpler times, like
right?
when I didn't know what a bank account was. Like, I mean, you guys were
a little bit ago, fucking that one joint, Roxanne. I don't know why, but that's stuck in my fucking head for months, dude. All I want to do is party all night. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, God damn, and then they're like, God damn, and I'm like, God, no, stop.
Bro, Busta Rhymes got a new album, and I know, like, he had a lot of good, like, you remember a lot of good old hits from then. When but
Genesis,
you look over, like, in terms of lyricism, on appreciation from a lyrical level, the Look Over Your Shoulder joint with Kendrick was insane.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy. And Jack Harlow's new album, that was good. Freddie Dredd, I've been getting into Freddie Dredd.
Oh yeah, he's a pretty sick white boy.
Yeah, and I've interviewed someone that's done songs with him.
Yeah.
Soulze.
Hell yeah.
Freddie's got your neck, bitch. Got your hanging from your neck. You know, that's crazy, dog. No, for real. No, for real. Zip, do you have the Freddie Dredd connection or no?
Do you or no?
I don't have the Freddie Dredd connection like I do everybody else. He's very hard to reach because he's his own dread of the Freddiness. He'd always stay far away from everybody. Everybody else has been like so public displayed as to who they are and the individual so they can promote themselves in general. Because if you go to these people's profiles, a lot of them like DJ Killa C, Demenace, Ned Bundy, DJ JT, Demise, they all have like over 2,000 friends and stuff. Some of them changed their profiles because a lot of the spammers hit them up like, listen to this song, and so they only keep like the real people or the other artists. Like you're saying, like it's a cult. Like you have this respect towards the other artists, so you don't tag them in like your new releases of music. Because that's how I used to promote other artists. I just used to tag everybody. I had a friends list. I almost have 3,000 friends, but it's not that I know everybody. It's just for networking. That's all I used it for in the beginning. But now it's just either I don't know. I just don't use Facebook like I used to back in the day because now I use it for my pages. So I paid for promotion on my pages. What we're talking about?
Freddie Dredd, like, do you know anybody that knows him?
No, Soulze. Soulze probably knows a connection towards him. If you already asked him, then I'd hit up MC Holocaust because he's the CEO of Doom Shop. MC Holocaust, his name.
Yeah, but Freddie Dredd's like on a major label, like he's on RCA.
Yeah.
I mean, like he's on Doom Shop and he repping Doom Shop and he releases records on Doom Shop.
Right, he's the CEO of Doom Shop. Like
I know, yeah. Soulze told me how he did all that shit in the interview. He was like Anacoza, of course.
Yeah, DJ Akoza, fucking man. There's so many people at Doom Shop I literally talk like F with. And then APOC Crises, he sent me a sticker and a poster back like 3 years ago. I still have the sticker in my room somewhere, but it like. Freddie Dredd's just a hard person to get a hold of, honestly. Like I've never honestly like tried to reach out to him, honestly. I just knew that he was like one of them harder, because there's artists of Doom Shop and there's artists that don't really get like shine, but everybody gets an equal amount of shine, but it's a different type of collective because it's Doom Shop. It's like this underground.
Let's be honest though, he is the mainstream face of funk, and there's barely that at all.
No, there's none of that. There's fucking. It's all, everybody tries to put too much like sounds how they think it's supposed to sound, and they don't know actually what it's supposed to sound like or represent or have a meaning behind. Like if you look at the Foul Play album from Demenace, it's a black and white, it's on SoundCloud, but that album has Demons Taking Over. Dude, that's a representation of freaking underground because it's so lo-fi, so you feel it in your heart, and the sample is like a Memphis production sample track from Graveyard Production back in the late 80s or something. I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there, but it's like they
Bro, listen to DJ Spanish Fly.
Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah, and Play a Fly, and then I don't know. It's just Skinny Pimp. Like all of those people is what Doomshot makes their music from. Is what.
Niggas trying to act cool. Oh, I got the Uzi too.
Is that DJ Spanish Fly?
Oh yeah.
Nigga trying to act cool. Oh, I got the Uzi too. Nigga trying to act cool. Oh, I got the Uzi too. Nigga trying to act.
But you know how many times someone's got that little chop where it says trying to act cool, Uzi tool, chopped it, made it 4 bars, pitched it down, repeated it over and over again, made a cowbell melody, with the Lamar Avenue snare and the Opana snare put together with a low hi-hat, right? And then with the 808 cowbell, as I said before, and then they get like a little riser right before the beat drops, and like.
Oh yeah.
But there's certain things that you gotta learn about, like the equalizer, the frequencies, plugging it in, or like just shit that people don't want to think about. Like it's not that simple. It's not that simple, but it can be. But it's not.
Yeah.
Now I want to fucking sample that now and do what I just said.
Your voice got quieter.
There we go.
There we go.
I said I just want to sample that and do what I just said. But
Yeah, hell yeah.
yeah. I've been getting it. There's this old Juicy J mixtape that I've been listening to. But Juicy J's a goat. You guys mess with Juicy J, obviously.
They got this song called "Smoke That Weed," and they sampled Linkin Park in the end.
Hold up. Here. I sampled
Good
this.
Lord.
Now I'll show you what I sampled. And I made a.
I didn't honestly.
What?
I didn't honestly sample until Drac got samples on his laptop, and I tried it for the first time. Literally.
But I made a song to this.
think
I
that's
rapped
crazy.
over it, but this. Hold on, you'll hear it in a sec. Bro, Gangsta Pat.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, this is what I did.
Oh yeah.
I'm always in the cut. I always got the backwards, like, you know. Hold up. I added 808 cowbell melody at the end. Yeah, you know the vibes.
Just upset real quick while I was looking down.
What'd you say?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go step out for like 2 minutes, but I'll be right back. 30 seconds tops.
Ah!
He's like, go, start.
You chilling. You ever listen to vaporwave music?
Listen to what?
Vaporwave.
I don't think I have.
That's fire. It's cool. It's like 80s synth stuff, but like they mix it with like video game soundtracks, computer sound effects, and old
Fuck yeah.
advertisements.
Dude, fuck yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, I've been dabbling with that music wise. I've been trying to mix that with funk.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. 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 I don't know if I can go for 3 hours.
I know, right? 3 hours is a bit of a stretch, huh?
We gotta think of something to talk about, bro. I feel bad.
It's all gravy. Fuck.
Okay,
We hit a lot of our main points and shit.
you ever seen The Departed?
Departed? No, I have not.
Okay, never mind. You see Mad Max? Come on.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, which ones do you rock with?
Honestly, I really just fuck with the first one. Much of
Thank you.
A lot of the sequels I don't really like. Fury Road was whatever, but it's still just the original for me.
The first one, like
Yeah,
pre-apocalypse, like I love that.
exactly.
Like, it's so like, I wish I was there when like they made it. Like it looks so like cool underground.
Right. It looks so visually. It looks so pleasing. It's so appealing.
Yeah, but like it looks like they paid like some of the people for their cars with beer. Like they're like, here's a case of beer. Can we have your car and fuck it up?
Right.
Like imagine, bro, and all the car chases, like iconic shit. And I love how they edit like a little shot of someone's eye before it like the car crashes.
Yes.
Like so well edited.
So well edited. Are you more of a fan of practical effects when it comes to effects, or more CGI effects?
I always like a mixture of both in the movies.
Okay.
Like,
Hell yeah.
but I'm very traditionalist, but at the same time, I'm very innovative. Like, I love that balance.
Yeah.
That's just me.
It's a very delicate balance, but it's fucking so good when it's struck right.
True. Like,
there's a lot
and
of
you can
things
see
when
that in like a Baby Yoda, like when you watch that shit.
Exactly, right? Like,
You watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2 quite yet. It's on my to-do list.
I hope you haven't seen the spoilers for season 2.
No, I have literally stayed away from everything Mandalorian related for season 2.
Bro, watch it.
I will eventually.
Have you seen Natural Born Killers?
Natural Born Killers is one that I still haven't seen. I know the face you made right there. I know it's a fuck up. It's like not seeing Pulp Fiction. Like, what are you doing?
I'm pulling out just movies from my CD stack. Just a Lawrence of Arabia.
I don't think I have.
Watchmen.
Watchmen, of course. I got the ultimate cut for Watchmen.
Fuck you, man. I haven't seen that.
With the red freighter stitched into it. I mean, it doesn't look. If you got the director's cut, I'd prefer the director's cut over it, just because the red freighter. I mean, it wasn't really like intended to be a part of the movie.
Everybody's seen Goodfellas. Let's not talk about that.
Well, what's your thoughts on that? That new Justice League coming out by Snyder. It's gonna be a 4-hour cut.
Okay, I feel like this is gonna be great, but I hope it's not just the same movie but in black and white,
right?
with slow motion every 10 seconds.
Maybe that's why it's 4 hours. It's half speed the entire fucking time.
Look, that's what Zack Snyder does. Like, if I were to describe his style in the most simplistic way, it'd just be like slow motion every 10 seconds and the gray Instagram filter.
Right.
Like, it's fucking like we get it, bro.
That's like the motif for him, and then J.J. Abrams, it's his movie because there's lens flare all over the bitch.
And I love 300 though, and the Rise of an Empire. Like, the Rise of an Empire gets so much hate for no fucking reason because it's not Gerard Butler. Like,
right?
Like, who cares what the actor is? Like, I just want a good movie.
Right? People get recast on all the time.
Like, no, he's not even recasted. It's just a different character.
Gotcha.
But like, and it's like simultaneously a prequel and a sequel to 300, and that's what's cool about it. Like, it's like intercut with the timeline of the other movie and shit. And like, I've never seen that before in a movie series, like where it's like simultaneously a prequel and a sequel. That like it's just an alternate like what? Like, that's so cool. And you see Xerxes' backstory.
Yeah.
Like, you see his father like get shot in the face with a fucking arrow.
Right. I was gonna say that.
That's so dope, bro. Like,
fuck it. I showed Zip recently because he doesn't watch many movies, but I showed him Joker recently.
Oh yes.
But I have mixed feelings on that.
What's your opinions and thoughts on it? Because like, I feel it was
bites 90s, bites 70s nostalgia. Taxi. It's just like a mixture of it's just a mixture of three really good movies. Yeah. Taxi Driver, The King of Comedy, and You Were Never Really Here.
Exactly. Thank you.
You've seen the third one?
No, not the third one, but I've seen the other two.
Yeah, like it's just like a bunch. It's like a mashup of like Scorsese movies, but it doesn't really do anything new or unique. He's just a whiny little bitch the whole movie, and he like, I'm not saying it's like a horrible movie, but I definitely never watch it again. And it was made, the audience was cinephiles, like people who really like movies that think they're smarter than everybody because they understand a reference or see one shot looks like another shot from another movie. Oh my fucking god. Like they're just, it's made for people who think they're really smarter than other people when it's not really an enjoyable movie. Everything's dark and depressing more than it has to be.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, this movie's really fucking bleak and depressing. And I'm like, yeah.
But like, there's sad movies that make sadness entertaining and negative things entertaining. Like you look at like The Lighthouse. Like that's fucking dark as shit, sad as shit. They're like starving and it's a hurricane. But it's funny as shit because they're screaming at each other. You ain't like me, lobster. You know, like aren't ye fun to me, lobster? Like, or Uncut Gems, because like the frame rate's all ramped up and it's like handheld in the middle. Like they didn't have a fucking permit while shooting anything. Like they were just in the middle of New York City and they're screaming at each other. Julia Fox and Adam Sandler are screaming at each other. Like, oh Howard. Like
I haven't seen that one. Is that one pretty good? Uncut Gems? Because here's the thing. I'm not a fan of Sandler. That's why.
But it's not written by him or anybody. It's written by like these two brother filmmakers from New York who like love 70s like hard-boiled crime films, but it's nothing like them. It's okay, so let me describe you the plot. Adam Sandler is a compulsive gambler who owns a jewelry shop. In this jewelry shop, you ever heard of the actor Lakeith Stanfield?
I believe I have.
Yeah. So he's like this guy and he brings in clients for Adam Sandler. They're kind of buddies and stuff. And he brings in, so he'll bring in like famous rappers. He'll bring in like Cash Out, Trinidad James at the time. It was set in 2012, but it was made in 2019. But it's set in 2012 and it's like, it feels like 2012. They all iPhone 4s. And the soundtrack is so 2012. It's got Waka Flocka, Meek Mill, Drake. It's got all the bit, and The Weeknd is in it playing himself.
Oh, okay.
Like,
wow.
okay, so basically the guy brings in a bunch of clients in the store, and he brings Kevin Garnett. So Kevin Garnett, and I'm not gonna spoil the rest. I'm just gonna show you the beginning of what happens, like kind of to set up everything. So Kevin Garnett is there, right? And he's like a basketball player. He's in the finals, and he's got a lot of fucking money. So he wants to like buy something from the store. He don't really like nothing. Adam Sandler brings out this gem from Ethiopia that's worth a lot of money, and it's not even cut. It's not even cut and put into a diamond or anything. It's not even put into an earring or anything.
Hence
yeah. So he shows it to Kevin Garnett, and I might have said Durant earlier. I don't fucking know. Kevin Garnett, and he shows it to him, the Celtics guy, and he shows it to him, and Kevin Garnett's like looks at it and he sees like this vision of his entire life flash before his eyes, and he looks in the stone has like all these different colors of everything ever made, and it's real mystical, and he sees this like trippy vision in the middle of this gem and stuff, and there's little pockets where you can see the colors and stuff, and then he like looks at it so much that it like breaks the table that he's looking at and shit, and then he looks up at like Adam and he's like, or Howie is his name. He's like, I need this fucking stone, right? So then Howie gives it to him for the weekend, like lends it to him, and he's like, it's up for auction. So in order to get this stone, he's in $100,000 in debt, and the people that he got the money to get the stone are chasing him, Adam Sandler, throughout the movie, all around New York City at late nights. They're chasing him at weekend shows, beating him up, roughing him up. He owes money to different people for watches. He owes money for gambling. Adam Sandler is this compulsive gambler, and all these people in New York City owe money to him. He's like that character in the gangster movie that everybody's beating up on, but he's the main part of it, and he's constantly hiding, evading people trying to take trying to take shit from him. People just run up to him and steal watches from him because they owe money to him. He's constantly beat up, and everybody expects so much from him, and it's a sad-ass movie, but it's got a lot of funny motherfuckers in it. Not funny, like funny in a way that like they're being unnecessarily violent, and it's like, oh, come on, man. Or Adam Sandler like bets more money on one thing, and he goes more and more into it. It's like, oh, come on, man. And it's crazy. But Adam Sandler makes this sort of dickhead gambler fucking likable, okay? And it's got a really fun, high cocaine energy. It's like Casino. It's really like Casino and Goodfellas. And
Okay. I'll have to give it a check because it's. I know I got it on Amazon Prime.
if you've seen the movie Good Time with Robert Pattinson,
Yes, I have.
same director,
Oh, okay.
same directors.
Okay.
You have to see this.
Fuck
I'm
yeah,
coming to
dude,
Arizona right now. You're watching.
You're like I'm gonna make you right now.
Look it up. Motherfucker, get out of my car.
Get out of my car.
Dude, like this movie's fucking goated.
Dude, fuck yeah. It sounds like a good film. I'll have to check it out.
Bro, you know what I'm gonna check, dude? The Mexico trilogy by Robert Rodriguez. Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, El Mariachi.
Ooh, you got some. Ooh, shit.
Heck yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
I seen that.
Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek, yeah. The muse, Salma Hayek from fucking Dogma.
Oh, yes.
Bro, Salma Hayek and From Dusk Till Dawn. Bro, From Dusk Till Dawn is one of the greatest movies ever made.
Salma Hayek in general, let's just be honest.
Yeah, facts.
I'm a simple man. I see her, I see Aubrey Plaza, I just click play. I just click play. Well, speaking of, isn't she from your state, Aubrey Plaza? She's from Delaware, right?
I don't know.
That's like two cool people from Delaware. There you go. We
Yeah,
got Mike
me and her.
Aubrey Plaza. That's it.
I'm really trying to put on Delaware. There's so many Delaware artists, yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Like Ruga. Like, I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of any Delaware artists that I shout out? Do you listen to any of them or nah? Be honest.
I can't say I have.
I'll play one that y'all could probably like. They don't do any. There's no funk artist. I'm the only funk artist out of here, probably. Yeah. Me and Unlucky. Unlucky's dabbled in that style a little bit, but they don't. We don't really do it like really right. We just try it.
Heck yeah, that's all that counts.
Right?
Yeah.
Try. It ain't gonna be perfect.
Exactly.
You get your stuff out there. You can
Wait. My friend who never posts to his story posts something to his story. Oh, okay. It's nothing special. But I've been getting the same Lil Nas X commercial. I want to like commit mass murder.
Mass murder. You're like, for legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
In a dream I had.
I murdered all these people in a video game, fucking Zip, a couple days ago. You're like, I just want to murder all these people in a video game.
Is it Jace?
Yeah. I remember you showing me Jace.
She a bad little thing, I see the spark in her eye. I love her in some sweatpants, but she also can fly. She focused on the bag, not on wasting her time. She liking all my pictures, I could tell she a vibe. She get it from her mama, I'm dropping bombs like Osama. She call me daddy, I'm the father, I ride around with my chopper. No more tuna salad, we tearing up steak and lobster. I smoke to ease the pain, I ain't dealing with all the drama. But I get high, you get me low. You say ride, I'm on go. She like my swag, I just flow. She suck it good, I love her throat. She tried to take me to her mama house. She be slurping and grinding, that's how she put it down. She said, daddy, speed it up, I told her, hold it down. I'm feeling like a king, I know they want the crown. They always show me love when I be in the town. So tell me how I'm getting punched and how I'm moving out. The real one to make it, I cannot fuck with clowns. They swear they looking for me, but I've been around. But that's life, homie, say la vie. For all the good times, Lord, let it rain.
Ain't on me.
800 on my feet and my chain on freeze. A lot of shit has changed, I'm still the same old man. I'm still applying the pressure. Shit crazy round my way with the change of the weather. It's SRG, they respect every letter. But this just the intro, I could go on forever. Jace.
Ew.
Yeah.
Bro, no. Lee is about to go in, the other guy in the collective. This is the other guy from the collective.
Coming up like I'm Dawn, it's Rose City's finest. All about the fucking comma, we ain't about the minus. A body all that I touch, and that includes a bag. I'm out here living the life these niggas wish they had.
He's Mexican, he can say that. That is debated.
Cold case, I get your rental, you know that's how it goes. Made a couple thousand off a single, and I ain't played a single show, yeah. Big status, tell me who does it better. Spend a week in the palms, I'm under fair weather. Y'all niggas stay with your moms, I never know the feeling.
Ew.
Get it how I ball, it's a false possession. My inception to the game something vital like a lifeline. Down to Houston, Texas, back when I really felt it was my time. All these people say I'm next, nobody really doubt it. Who else you know out here that's really about it?
Lee. And then we got Fairy Tale. This joint.
She make my head spin carousel.
I know Shorty very well.
Me and her don't plan to fail. She straight out of a
Fairy tale.
She make my head spin carousel. I know Shorty
Very well.
Me and her don't plan to fail. She straight out of a fairy tale. If you got me, then I got you. Married to the money, I said I do. I can't lie, I speak the
Alright.
truth.
That's better than Killer Roy.
Haha.
And then I'm gonna play Ruger Gambino's new joint. We just vibing right now, like whatever.
Oh yeah.
We don't have a sound, but we're at least. I've just showed you the most polished artists, but
Heck yeah.
No, that shit sounds lit though.
You nod your head and it goes to the beat. Then
Right.
fuck with it.
yeah,
I like the sound,
Yeah.
especially that first track. That first
Yes.
track I fuck with a lot.
yeah. That's Triple X off of his mixtape. Triple X Roman numeral for 30 because he's 30 miles ahead of his last album, Miles Away. Their last project, Miles Away.
Oh yeah, I like that.
But he's public with his information. But I was one of the first people to know this information. Jace is having a child. He's 19 years old and he's having a child, and he is really focusing on that more so. Which, shit, y'all are fucking frozen. All right, so if you're listening right now, they're frozen right now. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing I can do about that. I hope it works out and we're just vibing. You know how it is. Okay. Stop video. Fucking hell. They're frozen. Alright, what's up, dude? You're back.
There we go.
I was saying
Yeah.
Jace is having a child, and that's why he's been kind of focusing on other things besides music, but he just texted me that he's going to put out another 7-track EP
Heck
soon.
yeah.
That's going to be his main priority, but he's also Tizzy T's got a new project coming out soon.
Oh
Nice.
yeah. Congrats to Jace.
Yeah,
Fuck
congratulations.
Shout,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
dude, I'm so
Big
proud
ups to that.
of, like,
Okay.
and they're great, like, they've been dating for, like, 4 years, so, like, that's a tight
Fuck
knit
yeah.
bond.
That's
And
beautiful.
that bond is going to be eternal. And the Wheeler family is going to... I'm just very proud of Jace, man. Like, I get those texts when they're like, hit me up. They hit me up and they say, let me hear your music. And as soon as I heard Jace, I was like, this is special. And I ended up managing him. Like, I had like an Adam 22 and X kind of bond with him. You know? Like, where I really respect him as a person off camera, and I really want to help him. Like, I pay for promos for him. I'm his manager. Like, I had to do that, and I do that. Like, I spend money out of my own pocket to do that shit. It's not like he's blown up or anything, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like I want to get his music out there and shit.
Oh yeah.
And you know how it is. Like,
Yeah,
who
exactly.
do you see? Who have y'all seen in their infant stages that are now larger than they were?
Shit. You more than me. Fucking
I-
Zip seems so many-
Legitimately. I seen Denzel Curry. He went by
No, that you've talked to.
that I talked to. I literally talked to Denzel Curry's killer via online. I haven't really personally in person talked to any of these people, but
Who have you linked up with though in person that you made music with or no musically?
Nemesis.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
That's
like,
cool.
Nemesis is like one of my good ass homies, and I seen him where nobody knows music, and now everybody knows who he is. He's got a lot of.
When'd you link
music.
up with him in person?
Oh no, not in person. No, not in person.
Who in person
but-
have you linked up with besides Drac? Because Because Drac's, he's the homie. He always will be the homie.
Yeah. Honestly, nobody. It's all me reaching out and communicating and being real with these artists via Facebook and Instagram.
Well, I'm about to get that out there, and we're gonna make some music.
Yeah,
You know that. You know that. I got aspirations.
Heck yeah.
For me, I got these underground homies that out in Nebraska, I want to say. It's called Wicked Wood. And they've been doing some pretty good shit over
I'm
the
gonna
years.
look them up.
Yeah. I met them at the 17th gathering of the Juggalos when I was like 17. And they've been putting out consistent music and shit. They've been doing pretty good. I like their flow a lot. Then I haven't put out any music with them yet, but in 2016, I met Passionate MC and I met Ari the Rugged Man at an Insane Clown Posse concert. Chopped it up with both of them for like 40 minutes. Really good dudes.
Nice.
Definitely want to make some music with them down the road.
I'm sending the track back right now.
I was checking out a voice message. My bad.
I was like, whoa, that's
And then
different,
the homegirl, she's been at it for a long ass time, longer than I have, but she's giving me a lot of advice and shit. Her name's Whitney Payton. I don't know if you know her at all, but she used to be based out of Philly, based out of Arizona now. She's got a lot of good music, lots of fucking hyphy shit. And then her and I forget the other chick's name off the top of my head, but they got this little duet called Keyed Up. It's more like pop rap. I kind of fuck with it too.
Nice. Do you guys want to hear an exclusive leak from Tech 7?
Hey, fuck
Yeah.
I just got the second verse sent in from DJ Young C. Out of San Fran.
Oh shit. San Fran represent.
Woo. Yeah.
The hook is Tech 7.
Rook with a new style, I'm so clean now. Resurrect at the underground. Dex in the lab on my shit hit like Astros. Spark it up, fire in the cut. See, I give no fucks. So rocking up. King with it. Fell off the deep end. Been balling on the weekends. Fell off the deep end. Rook with a new style.
I'm so clean now. Resurrect at the underground. Dex in my lab on my shit feel like Astros. Put it up, vibe in the cut. See, get no fucks. Hang out with it. Sick game with it.
Fell off the deep end. Been balling on the weekends. Fell off the deep end. Yeah, sick with it. Hit him with a whip, chopping them off for minimal reasons. Chopping them up into pieces. I don't give a shit if they're bleeding. On the pavement, I really know what I'm saying. Freestyle off the dome, I need to go home. Rehearse any verse, I was cursed since birth. Watch on the first curse. I've been me, young C, no O-double-E. Neutrality, dead internally. I would never feel anything. Work with a new style, I'm so clean now. Resurrect at the underground. Dex in the lab on my shit hit like Astros. Spark it up, fire in the cut. See, I give no fucks. So rockin' up fit it, I'm a king with it. Fell out in the deep end, been balling on the weekends. Fell off the deep end. Work with a new style, I'm so clean now.
Bro, that hook's insane.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Look it up. 5 minute cut.
See, I give no fucks. So rockin' up fit it, I'm a king with it. Fell out in the deep end, been balling on the weekends. Fell off the deep end.
Bro, Tech 7 produced that.
Oh, hell yeah, that's it.
Bro, I want to roller skate to this.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Some cotton candy.
Yeah, yes. Like, get that shitty ass food, go to that dirty ass, like, little restroom. Like, shit all over the ground.
Like day 3 of the gathering.
You all fart in public and you're like, jet power!
Bro, that's insane, dude. That's. You fuck with it?
Yeah, I like it.
What do you think about the guy in the middle, though?
Well,
It was all right.
Okay.
It wasn't this hyphy. I feel like it dipped a little bit, but it's.
I think the mixing was fire.
Yeah.
Like, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Oh yeah.
But a couple bars, I was like, all right, you're rambling.
it's
And
like
rambling is
freestyle.
not good in music. Like, you got to be like, point, here's my point. But I think that's cleared, though. I'm going to clear that. Like, I think that's going to be on the album and shit. But
Okay.
7 keys, by the way. Let me send that to Ivan. That's Tex's name. He's out of LA.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna get him CDs for that ASAP. But I'm gonna wait till the paycheck comes. You know how it is. Yeah. That's a sad truth, you know.
Money store.
Money what the fuck out of here? I'm like, why do you stop saying money store? I'm removing that from your vocabulary, fucking Zip. Drac, I'm counting on you to remove that from his vocabulary.
Man, there's so many things in his vocabulary I wish I could remove.
Yeah, like schema. No, I'm joking. Shit, I'm joking. I want to sound mean, Zip, but you gotta realize you're not like. I don't want to sound like.
Oh,
People in schema have told me things off camera that I've interviewed negative things about you.
Yeah, I'm aware because Nemesis told me. Nemesis, that's why I fuck with Nemesis because he's really honest with me. And he told me that people that are new in Schema Posse don't appreciate me. They think I'm a weirdo. They freak them out a little bit because I talk about dog wieners in my freestyle. Now, who in the fuck cares about that shit? Not people I hang out with because I think that's pretty fucking hilarious. I don't
like your freestyles, they're just funny, and they're just little concepts. It's just like you're spouting out concepts. They shouldn't be taken. Right. Why does everybody need to take everything so seriously? Like, I understand you want to now take yourself seriously, but I don't hate that.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I'm just leave it at that because I'm done arguing about that factor because there's some people right now that I will talk shit and put a diss record on, but I'm not going to say any names because they're just always about me not saying anything.
Yeah, but don't do that. Don't make your career or any music
I know,
rely entirely. No, I'm saying,
no.
Like, look at Eminem. All his new music is him dissing people or talking about reacting to people not liking his music. That's not good music. Like,
right. And I don't want to fucking come out the gates like Eminem did. Fuck that. I'm my own self. I'm sober. Eminem came out the game on drugs. So he had no censor. He had no boundary, and he was able to do that because he was on drugs. And when you're on drugs, you don't censor yourself. I'm coming to a more realization of maturity because I don't put out diss records just for the fact because I don't agree with someone or how they're treating me. So I'm just not, I don't know. Like, honestly, I got into the hip hop collective because I was put in a Schema official page to build the fan base up for Schema. So the whole thing that switched me off is DJ JT and the Positivity EP. The big old deal was that I couldn't have Schema Posse logo on that EP. So I took affected to that because I thought that was bullshit. That's the only thing that I think is bullshit about that. Other than that, I could give two shits less who from Schema Posse is talking shit or hates me because I fucking could care less. I am my own self, and people get haters throughout their lives.
Yeah, but listen, how you'd work so hard as a sort of fan and promoter of them. Yeah, because you believed in their music and you enjoyed their music, but you want to get to the point where people are doing that for you because they believe in your music. That's what you want to be at, and that's what I hope to help you with, and I hope that you can do, and I believe you can do because you are well versed yourself and you know the stupid, weird music that I never thought I'd fucking hear about a year ago. Like that stupid niche. Like if someone were to go up to me and play me like a DJ Spanish Fly song, I'd be like, turn that shit the fuck off, you fucking loser. Like, but now I'm like listening to it and I'm like, it's just helping me know knowledge about like maybe one day I'll interview DJ Spanish Fly. I don't know, but knowledge about things is better when you self-learn it and you have been self-teaching yourself it for a while. But
that's what it's just self-teaching myself and turning myself into the game. So I don't care that they didn't take me under their wing. That's not what I'm pissed about. What I'm pissed about is the disrespect they given me over all of the shit that I've done for them the past fucking 5 years. I'm not bullshitting. That is some fucking true facts. And people could say that the leader has all this stuff going on and all this shit. And if it really came from his mouth, let me hear it from his mouth. But I have not. I've heard it from other artists that have to talk for him. That's the fuck how I feel about this shit.
Like Jay Green, you're talking about. And Jay Green. I've heard you want to talk about controversial things about Jay Green.
But
I'll talk about it now. Even though Jay Green, I know things about Jay Green that you don't know about Jay Green because I know people. Because I mean, let's talk about it. Even though Jay Green, I'm about to talk a lot of shit on you, but if you want to interview me,
Oh my gosh.
if you want to be interviewed by me, hit me up, please. I'm
Yes.
begging for that interview. And I'll say this right off the bat. That's why I've been interviewing for a lot of Schema members, because I want to eventually get the Jay Green interview.
All right.
What?
Here, I'm be right back. I'm gonna smoke stogie.
He's gonna take a break, right?
I understand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Zip. Listen,
What up?
are you familiar with an artist that go by the name of It's the Cash?
Yes.
Jake
Sounds
Ohm.
familiar. No.
Vibe Malls. He's a graphic designer. Vibe Malls. Pike Gang, that collective. Let me think who else is tied with them. Well, Pike Gang, it's internet funk collective based out of Alabama and San Francisco, and it's got a lot of members. It's got like shit. I interviewed 2 of the members so far. But basically, around the time Schema was recruiting new members, It's the Cash wanted to be a member, and he makes real good Alabama funk is what he calls it. So he makes some cool ass shit. You should definitely check it. You'd appreciate his music.
Yeah.
And so he's hitting up Jay Green. He's like, "Yo, you wanna join my music? You wanna check out my music? You wanna recruit me to your Schema? You know, all that shit, right?" So Jay Green just kind of like leaves him on red, doesn't really care about him, just doesn't do anything. And that's not the issue. The issue is Jay Green hits up his wife, and his wife's just kind of talking with Jay Green's wife is talking to him. Jay Green is talking to his wife, okay? And the wife's just kind of sending more music, trying to get get her husband to, you know.
Oh yeah, he's trying to get with her or something like that.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
And then he's not trying to.
He's
not mad that he's not in Schema. He's just mad that he was trying to talk. He wasn't like taking things seriously. He wasn't being a real professional about it, right? And yeah, bro. And I know people who've been in Schema, who are in Schema and have been trying to make songs with new Schema members that
they can't even make it with that artist.
Yeah, they haven't been talking to new artists, and that's the thing though. That's
BS.
probably not his fault. That's probably just the fault of that there's so many fucking artists, and some artists don't know newer members.
Has his own management. Coda's management is founded Jay Green, communicated with Jay Green, and got with Schema Posse that way. That's how like Coda was entwined with it, right?
Coda's awesome, bro.
Yeah, no, I have no disrespect towards Coda, but I'm saying he had his own shit before he got into Schema. So he's one of the artists that's hard to get work with because he has his own little thing. So he's like got 2 things he's working with. So when you're in,
it's like G Williams is his man of G Williams Entertainment or some shit. That's what I remember from when I interviewed him back in October or something.
Right. But I know Schema from 2015. All these new people that talk shit on me, fuck you. That's how I feel about that shit. Because they don't know me. They don't know who the fuck I am. I came at them with kindness, like Sempra. I came at him with kindness. I came at T-Rex with kindness. I came at that girl fucking
Akatami.
No, not Akatami.
That's
the other girl, Chloe or Zoe.
Zoe.
Ball, whatever. I all came at those 4 people, and I never said anything since then. So if any of those people are the ones that are talking shit, they're completely clueless and ignorant. Because there's nothing that is said unless it's from the people that are in the north side of the country. Because those people are the most shit talkers of Schema Posse, and some of them aren't even members of Schema, but claim that they don't rap, and then they do rap, and then their brothers make music and shit like that. Those, like, there's so much subliminal shits. And then like one time I hit him up, I was like, hey, can you check out this new music that I dropped? Let me know what you think. And it was just like an on scene type of reply, like, yeah, I haven't heard from you in a long time, what up, fam? And shit like that. And then like it's like they don't take it serious. Jay Green, the only reason why I was in Schema is because in 2012 I asked him what he does music for, and this is to like never be stuck again. So that was motivational as shit. literally 4 years later, to 12, 13, 14, 15, 3 years later, I asked to be in Schema for a promoter. The last message we talked about is what influenced him to make music. That's why I fucked with Jay Green so much, because he was real with me this whole entire time. And then all the way fast forward 2019, 2020, and it ain't the same Jay Green that I knew back then, because he has more people and more infiltrations of other fans. Like, because Lil Peep, after Lil Peep passed away, he had all these. Lil Peep's new fans are intense. They're really cringe as fuck, and they're really, really intense. And so, like, he has to battle, like, who's real fans, who's fake fans, who's just trying to get information about Lil Peep, who's trying to get songs that are
Yeah, though,
unreleased.
they're kind of toxic. Like, they're every time I'm in a fucking
Yeah.
Jay Green live, they're always like, you got any unreleased
Yeah.
Peep, you got only released Peep, you got unreleased
Exactly,
Peep, you got
exactly. So,
unreleased Peep, you got...
I can
like,
only imagine why he hadn't responded to me when I asked him for a feature, not even in July. Right before our interview, he was supposed to do a feature with me and Drac, and he never got back on that. So, like, it kind of struck me at that point. And then for the Positivity EP, that was just the top of the notch, because Nemesis said, like, there was a screenshot in the group chat of Schema Posse that somebody took that I was saying, I promoted Schema Posse for this long. At least I should have Schema Posse name on it. Fuck yeah, I agree with that 100%. That's what I said. Wouldn't you agree? Like, having somebody put your name out there, nobody knew who the hell you were, and you got this whole entire collective done because people promote you. They foundate your name. That's what, like, a street schema was based upon. Foundating Schema Posse, but now they have their own following and their own. Sempra sounds like Ghostman. Like, there's no difference in Sempra from Ghostman. You take those two artists,
but he's
and
fire,
slow
though.
down.
Like, he's kind of done something slightly different and sings a little bit. But
I'm not dissing. I'm not talking shit. I don't like Ghostman, so I'm not gonna listen to Sempra every single day of my life. It's just fact. And freaking, and you said artists behind the camera talk shit, so I'm gonna talk shit and be honest as fuck. I'm sick of fucking being the nice guy. Like, I'm legitimately, I know these people's hometowns. I know where they stay at. I know their first and I know their last name because I'm all friends with them on Facebook. I'm friends with Eric Ghost to this day. Ghostman is my friend on Facebook because I was his friend before he blew the fuck up. He's Ghost Lame now because he's a piece of shit. That's how I feel about Ghost Lame. He's a little bitch. Why? Because he's fake. He's a fake fucker, and he fucking caused a whole bunch of malarkey. He stole sample packs just like Suicide Boys. Suicide Boys stole sample packs, didn't give the credits to the right producers from the beat packs that they bought from other people, drum kits, etc. Mr. Cisco got fucked over from Suicide Boys because of this whole situation. Mr. Cisco's original Schema Posse member, but he also produced a track from Nell from Raider Clan. So, like, there's history that is involved in Schema that people fucking sleep on. And unfortunately, for me, like, I have to see all this dramatic shit happen. It's not me wanting to be on Schema. Fuck that. I don't want to be in Schema whatsoever. It's just me learning what I learned. I interned myself into the underground. So, fuck, I don't care if they're not going to put me on. I can make my own way because I taught myself what.
Good thing you got Nemesis, though. Shouts out to Nemesis.
Yeah, shouts out Nemesis. He's like, I know if he gets pissed, I'm sorry, Nemesis, but this is like been bugging me, and you know this shit. Like, it's just fucking, it's not me being pissed, and it's not me taking a sour route, and it's not me closing my rep, and it's Schema till I die. But really, is it gonna be Schema till I die if people continue to talk shit on me? No, it's not gonna be that. It's gonna be Schema stops right here, and I move the fuck on. That's how it's gonna stay, and that's how it's gonna be, because I don't promote any of their new songs. You told me Jay Green just released a new track. I didn't know that. That's the first time I didn't know that since 2012, because I was always on his Instagram knowing exactly when it was going to drop. I would repost the track before anybody heard the song on SoundCloud, put it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, put it everywhere I could possibly get a placement so somebody could click on it because I knew they were going to click on it. That's the type of person I was for that, and they didn't understand that. I did that shit for free, never charged anything, because I did it for love. It's love of hip-hop. It's like, it's a culture. It's a whole nother level that they don't respect, and they will never understand it. Like Rakim Allah, God MC, they're all from New York and the East Coast. That's like where real hip hop is. Freaking Tupac's from East Coast. He's from New York. Like, he grew up in New York. So the whole East and West beef type shit is not really relevant because the art of rap started in 1973. So it was there's elements behind it. There's this and that. Just people are got it twisted. It's not they're not about the culture. They're about, I can make the better hit than you and I'm gonna go further. It's not like that. I just and then it's funny because like
also dance is a good element of hip hop that, sorry for cutting you off, but I just want to say that like when someone get mad at someone for making a song, if someone get mad for Lil Uzi for making a song called Futsal Shuffle, it's called Futsal Shuffle because he wants to get make it a hit by having it a dance.
Not that. No, that's
no.
Not
Like hip hop was. No, I'm not saying you're debating that.
Yeah, true.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in general that people who act like they know a lot about hip hop is not something where you're supposed to be extra lyrical all the time. There is a dance factor. There's a bounce element to it. There is an element of hip hop where you're supposed to dance with groove. It was all based around. It was all centered. It was kind of like a spring off of sort of funk and disco and all that type of stuff, where people would write dances into the lyrics. Like the first big rap song had a lot of elements of dance in it and telling you up to the boogie to but you know what I mean, all that shit. But nobody and like you can't get mad at someone for making a fucking dance song because they like what's wrong with dancing, right? And that's why like I like artists who want to do that because they're trying to. It's not really a bold direction, but it's a bold direction into that dickhead who thinks that Nas is like the only good rapper from the 90s and who's never heard of Souls of Mischief or The Far Side or Del the Funky Homo Sapien, you know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So what were you saying earlier about people not appreciating the art form that have potentially been tied to you in a sense?
Like the elements of hip hop. When I learned hip hop, I learned to beatbox, breakdance, write graffiti, and I learned about DJing. But of course, I was 13. I didn't really DJ. But beatboxing is literally making beats. And I would beatbox for rappers. That is practically DJing, but it's a formulation of beatboxing. So then you got a rapper going. And then I could be like. Did you see my Instagram where I'm fresher stepping?
Fresher stepping.
Yeah, look
That's
at my Instagram.
Song.
No, I'm just
No, you should make it a song.
True.
Fresher
but
stepping.
I'm literally crip walking to the beat. Because it's like what I learned. I learned crip walking, blood walking, side stepping, two stepping, break dancing, pop locking it. All of that when I learned how to beatbox and rap. And that's
what is Young Samuel though, Drac? Like, is that just another name for you?
Yeah, it's another name. Another moniker.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, Young Samuel's just the mixing mastering name that I go by.
Bro, I love seeing that like shitty old like font, like that same font that's used over with like the diamond lettering.
Yeah.
I love that shit. Like, and 21 Savage did that on the Savage Mode 2.
Hell yeah.
That was a great album. Morgan Freeman doing the narration throughout the entire album.
Right.
Like a fucking nature documentary about the streets. Ugh. Oh, shit. I'm saying it's like, because he did nature documentaries, but it's an album. Dude, we're 2.5 hours in.
Damn, that's nuts.
That is nuts. But anything else you want to get off your chest about, like, people have been talking shit on Zip?
I think I covered it. Like, I've got pretty vocal right now. I feel like I was yelling.
Did you hear the yelling outside when you were smoking that beautiful steak?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Funny. I'm just saying, if you got some shit to say it to my face. Don't beat around the bush and go to Mike. You know I'm right here. You know where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. It's just off camera, you know. That's what I hear. It's disappointing. Disappointing.
It's okay, though. I'm not afraid of you.
And I'm going to have the decline an interview from that person again if they ever want one. But then again, when it comes to Schema, I'm usually the guy bugging for interviews. But I am still going to hear his interview Sumper and Teddy Slugs. Teddy Slugs, are you cool with him, though?
Yeah, I'm not hating against Sempra or Teddy Slugs. It's just the similarities of Ghost Lame and Sempra are very similar. That's the only thing I'm saying. But Teddy Slugs is one that really motivated Sempra and like they're best buds. I don't know. It's like their energy together is really sick, mate. They're really good friends.
Teddy Slugs does have appreciation for music though, because I know that he like makes great music because he used to play bass in a rock band and shit, or a metal band in L.A. or some shit. But I've talked with him on like Discord or something, and he's like, he knows what he's doing like musically and stuff. But Sempra, he just has the appeal. He has that sort of appeal. Like, he knows how to appeal to the underground fan base. Like, the people that think that they know. Like, they know who, like, Ghostman is. They know who, like, anybody is. And they think they're so, like, amazing or smart. Like, when really it's just, like, you know who this person is. Like, what I'm saying about that is, though, is, like, how do I put this? He's putting out great music all the time, but there is those Peep fans who are like, you know, those fans though, they're crazy. Okay,
they're cringe as fuck.
And you know, you talk to Peep, like,
yeah, like it's just
you're probably the truest. Anyone, if I've ever I'm not a true Lil Peep fan. I just started listening to him this year. I've only listened to a couple songs of him. I'm a big fan of his music, but I don't do that. I'm not always asking or commenting about him. Like, I just listen to the music he released every now and then.
Right.
I'm not a diehard fan. I don't know everything about him.
True.
Yes, he is the reason I kind of got into the underground, because he is the biggest mainstream element of that. But anyways, like, when was the first time you heard a Peep song?
Well, I heard Star Shopping in 2015 when it had 60,000 plays on YouTube. And so that was the first video I started promoting around. And Praying to the Sky I heard also in the same year, 2015. Same year, he told me, thanks for your support and help. That's why I still have him as a follow on Twitter today. He still follows me on Twitter, his actual page. But it's like, I don't know. It's like, that's when I talk to him. Praying to the Sky, way I see things is just like those two songs, bro. I swear. Star Shopping, that's another one. Star Shopping by Cryptic, that the producer Cryptic, dope ass producer.
Bro, Nadarb is so fire.
Hell yes.
And with Beamer Boy.
Yes. Yeah. I came up with a lyric to that song, and so it goes like, I put coffee in my creamer, boy. I mean, I said it the other way. I put creamer in my coffee, boy. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But Lil Peep's a good soul. I have no disrespect for him ever. I think it was just crazy though, because him and Ghostman did the interview with Jay Green and Adam22, and when Ghost Lame, I'm still gonna call him Ghost Lame because that's what I call him. Because if you listen to a song, Ghost Lame, Nemesis put it out on his SoundCloud. So he's got a song called Ghost Lame, and he talks about the beefs that's involved with Ghostman and Schema Posse, and it breaks it down in a more solid form if you haven't heard that song, because he's dissing Ghostman and how Ghostman raps as an artist, because he's like, I wake up in the morning and I smell like John P. or something like that. So he like, so he raps his.
If anybody is interested in learning Nemesis's status in Schema, he runs the official Instagram Schema account. That is, I'm just stating that fact to display that this is a higher up in the kingdom of Schema. Anyways.
Yeah, and he was the actual person that put me as the administrative page operator for the Schema page on Facebook, and then he took me off of it. So I'm totally aware of. Like, I know they don't know that, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it just drives me insane, the malarkey that is involved. But I have much love for Nemesis. I still have an entire EP to drop with him. So I hope none of this gets prevailed and shit goes sour. I really could care less because I live my own life. I don't live my life for other people or other individuals, or I don't expect other individuals to put me on to places that I'm not, because that's just how I feel I should be. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking I'm coming at Schema Posse like, oh, I'm holding my hand out. I did all of. Well, technically, I promoted your guys' name, but I'm not holding my hand out begging for attention. I just wanted a Schema Posse logo on it because DJ JT's a member of Doom Shop and Schema Posse. But, you know, it just zero makes sense to me, period. Then
How
there's
did the DJ JT connection start out, though?
DJ JT, Schema Posse. Literally. I fuck with DJ JT 100%. I have nothing against him. It's the other people of Schema Posse that don't.
No, I'm just saying, like, how did you start making music with him?
Well, because I promoted him. That's how he knows me, because I promoted and showed. The reason why he did the EP is because he saw how much positivity I was saying every day on Facebook.
All positivity, no negative.
Yeah, all positivity, no negativity goes ahead of me. Because I always say thoughts become things, ask, believe, receive. Because I was the motivator for schemas. Literally, that's what I said. So when I see a Schema Posse member feeling down in the dirt, I would hit him up and be like, yo, don't make this little event make your whole entire week or even your year worse. Just change how you're thinking. Smile right now. And then they'll be like, what the fuck? I'm like, seriously, smile. Or just think, you know, you can't say happiness without saying penis. And then they smile or, you know, shit like that. Because they gotta fucking live your life. You can't always be in this. I suffer from depression and I have anxiety. And I left all of my medicine at the house that I got a gun pulled on my head. I haven't been medicated in 5 days, but I could have like stormed off when you told me that those members said some things, but I didn't. I stood my ground and I stood in place. Like, I believe that there's like, I don't know what got me into rapping with DJ JT. He saw that. He said, let's make this the catalyst. And then you're making your EP Positive Mind States. That's my album name. It's also on SoundCloud, but I changed the artwork because I was really intensely angry. And I flipped off my camera and I'm like, I'm going to use this as the artwork because I'm angry. But he just saw, he was like, let's make this the Positivity EP. And at that point, he's like, I'll have a Doom Shop logo put onto it. So I was thinking it would be Doom Shop sponsored. And then he said, I'll have Schema Posse on it instead because obviously, MC Holocaust wasn't feeling the positivity because Doom Shop's not about positivity. They're about darker stuff, you know? And obviously, probably Jay Green's like, who the fuck wants to hear about positivity? I sure don't. You know, I don't know the fuck. Fucking, he's from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm not racist. But fucking, that's how I felt like it was like taken as a disrespect to me. So, fuck it. My Spotify still has a Schema Posse logo on it, and if they want to talk shit, let them. What they're gonna do? Sue me for $8? Fucking get out of here.
Yeah, I've been putting my music on Bandcamp because I've found recent appreciation for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I need to, but my computer, when I was running away from the gun episode, I dropped it 3 times, so I can no longer go on my computer right now. I have to get a new computer.
Yeah, you need to transfer that hard drive and get that all fixed.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to start over, refresh, and then begin again.
Well, we need that. We need that. No. Like, we need that boot to the face.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing to myself the past month. I haven't even talked to nobody, period, 100%. Nobody knew that I was out of the different town. People in this town were hitting me up. Where the heck are you? I'm sobering up. Because I was doing drugs and drinking alcohol, and that's not my life. And so literally 38 days ago, I got arrested, fell down 7 flights of stairs, broke my arm, woke up in a jail cell, got trespassed out of my own house, and then I went into a different town 2 days later just to get sober and clean because I needed to do that for myself. And that's enough destruction to myself than anything could ever happen music related. I'm just seeing what I'm going through and I'm reflecting it in writing. Like, I've already gotten 5 songs I've written in the past 2 days. And I've showed them to him. Like, I have a song called Featherweight. I got a song called Redemption. Just random stuff, but it's
I just want to let you know, though, that Pull Me Over style.
Yeah.
That's the look.
Yeah, I know. That's the boom bap. That's the sound that Nemesis groomed my sound. How that sound, Nemesis did that.
No, but like the whole auto-tune experimentation, I'm a tell you straight to your face. No.
All right, well, do you think what you want? Because that's exactly. I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette. I'm getting intense.
Okay. That was a lot, Drac. Exhale. Bro, give me that exhale. Facts.
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 Claps.
Facts. Totally, dude. Oh, man. Yeah. That was a lot of ranting.
Yeah.
Bro, Zip gets heated.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you guys got planned for the night?
Shit, not much. I'm probably gonna hop off this and then probably video game it up for a bit and pass out myself.
What you gonna play?
Probably some Rogue Company. That's been the game I've been gaming on like a motherfucker recently. It's this like 4v4 tactical team-based shooter. It's in third person. It's kind of like CS:GO or Valorant, if you know what either of those are.
I know CSGO.
Yeah. And it's like just started season 1 last week. It was in beta for a while. So my homies and I, we've been just grinding the fuck out of that game.
Yeah.
What you got played after this?
Probably gonna send that one Dexter song, the Tech 7 song. I'm gonna send that to Tex if he's awake.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he am because he's Pacific time.
Yeah.
But we might just release the album ASAP. 7 Keys
There you go.
is what
That should
that's
be lit.
called. Yeah, dude. It's gonna be fire.
Hella fire.
I'm gonna put the I gotta put the Mad Snake logo on the bottom corner of it, cause you know the servants.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And then it's and Unlucky made the cover art for it, cause he bro. If you ever want a cover art, hit up Unlucky. He'll do it for free, and ASAP. And he's just like a little kid goes to a local high school near me in Delaware, and I met him at some football game, bro. It was funny as shit. Like I was hanging out at a football game, and I just go to random football games because I go to random local high school football games because I'm in high school. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
So I just I go without knowing anybody there. Maybe I'll run into somebody I know.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with somebody from one of my classes. I'm talking with him, and I'm talking about some like old Lil Wayne music. Like I'm like, you remember the interlude from Carter 4 with Tech 9 and Andre 3000 or some shit. I'm like, oh, and he's like, oh shit, yeah, I know all of that. And he's like, tell me this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, cool. And then he introduced me to a rapper friend of his called Young Flannel. Now, Young Flannel is got me one of my first interviews probably because he's brothers with a gentleman that goes by the name of Soji, Sir Octavian Jefferson III, and Metro Julin.
Okay. Metro Julin, I like that.
So they're they're one's a rapper, one's a producer. Soji raps a little bit. Young Flannel raps, but he mainly produces as well. And Unlucky is just kind of like in the background, kind of learning production at the time. He used to go under the name of Whammy. He made a lot of beats and rapped under the name Whammy. And his producer tag, Whammy made some fucking hate. And it's like British and shit. And so I got a Metro Julin and Soji interview, right? Around February of last year. A year ago, right? And didn't really interview anybody until the summer. But that was my first interview with an artist, with a musician. And it was an excellent experience. And they all went to my school and shit. They were like a little older than me and shit. It was so fire, bro. Like,
I bet, dude. Sounds like it'd be fire.
and they're like real Zillakami type musicians. You like Zillakami?
I'm not familiar.
He was like the ghostwriter for 6ix9ine, and he kind of created 6ix9ine's sound.
Oh, okay.
Like he was like kind of, and he's like, it's scream rap.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like real city, fire ass shit right there. Yo Zip.
Yes.
What's going down?
Nothing. I just had to calm down because I was angry. That's why I don't talk about Schema Posse, because they're a bunch of bitches.
Damn.
Fuck them. Fuck you, Schema Posse. Schema till I live, because I'm gonna die with you.
Shit. That's
Sorry, had to get that
Shouts out to
there.
Nemesis though.
Yeah, shouts out Nemesis. Nemesis on full fuck
And
with.
Wolfie Wolf.
And Wolfie Wolf and Diggy1D, Cold Blooded. I fuck with you. Sam Gohard, you're awesome.
What about Zave?
Lil Zave's dope. I honestly, it was a big ass. I'm still a big ass fan of him. Anything he puts out is fire. Like I really fuck with Lil Zave.
All right, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're done.
Yeah,
We're done with.
I don't fucking.
schema.
I can't fathom who the fuck.
We're not
is
done the
talking
interview.
about.
We
Like,
got
that's
15
still
more
like
minutes,
13.
but we're done with fucking talking about schema.
Yes.
What other Doom Shop members do you mess with? Like, have you gotten a chance to listen to DJ Koz's and Soulzay's new release?
I hadn't really been in like I said, like when I was a promoter, I promoted Doom Shop, I promoted Schema Posse, everybody that was in affiliation. So all the artists that co-opt and everything. I have not done any of that since July. Like I don't really focus like I do. I'm doing my own shit now. So like
You've been chopping and screwing stuff. So like
Yeah.
who are like big chop and screw artists or DJs that you are a fan of?
Well, DJ Screw, of course, rest in peace. And then, I don't know, I really fuck with DJ Screw the most because he's the pioneer of it. Michael Swisher House 5,000 watts is pretty sick too. Like in the underground terms of things, Sus Pavilion's pretty fucking sick because he's got like all the new artists in the underground, like their new songs, and then he chop and screws them pretty well. Share 734 out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's pretty fire. You should check into him. He's got a couple
DJ
tapes
Slim
with
K, I'll
Andy.
shout that out as well.
Heck yeah. And then I don't know. I only really the pioneer DJ Screw because I don't really listen to any other. Because Texas is chopped and screwed. I only make it just because I have an application on my phone that allows me to make mixes with the turntable. So I've been practicing on this for 5 years so I could advance to the actual analog digital form that I used to have, but I don't have anymore because I traded it to drugs.
Damn.
I traded my TV to drugs. I have nothing that was worth value anymore. I'm admitting that because I was a piece of shit before and I'm not a piece of shit now. So that's probably what those people had a judgment on, was the crazy part of me being on drugs. I'm not that person anymore, so it's understandable. They didn't know that. And they are not true schemas because they're not original members. That's my fucking persona. I'm still angry.
I'm still angry.
I'm still angry, okay? That's a touchy subject. I mean, when we first had an interview, I destroyed my chest because of that. Like, I have a trichotillomania. It makes me pick at my skin and pull my hair out. When I was told about that stuff, I took that so offensively, I literally attacked my chest. I have scars all over my chest because of it. And nobody understands that. They thought I was just fucking really crazy. Like, I lost my shit, my gourd, but I didn't. I've had that since I was 6. And I have a song called No Eyebrows on my SoundCloud. It says it straight up there. Got no eyebrows because I pulled them out when I'm stressed. Stuff like that. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. I'm just so.
Just don't bring up schema ever again.
You're expressing the truth.
Yeah, it is. It is true. Because I like went out, smoked a cigarette. There's two.
No, what I
people
love
on
is how much
stage
of a
that
bystander
can't say.
Drac is.
What was that?
I said what I love is how much of a fucking bystander you are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an observer.
Yeah.
I
You're
observe
in peace,
very well.
but you contribute greatly.
Yeah. Yes.
For real.
I'm all sweating so hardcore. My sweeter sweating. My feet are
Yeah,
sweating.
my sweeter sweating.
My sweeter sweating.
My sweeter sweating.
Bro, Drac, who's that like girl you're always like smoking with on your Instagram?
Which one?
I don't know.
The main one that tags me and everything is my mom.
Okay.
Yeah. That she's like commenting and always tagging me and like fucking giving away shit. That's my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. She's always been fucking huge supporter and shit of everything I do. I could make a shit sandwich and she'd be like, "I'm so proud of you."
That's great.
All right. She's like, "Thank God you're not dead in the gutter
Wait, bro,
somewhere."
Zip, where were you working when Drac came up to you? I forgot that.
Chevron
down the street.
at the Chevron, the gas station.
Word.
But I'm a professional detailer. It's what I do. I have certificates in it.
That's cool. You still do
Yes.
that?
No, because I'm unemployed because of coronavirus. I have asthma. Therefore, if I get corona, I die. And cleaning cars, you have a more chance of getting germs that are contracted from people that are not probably cleanliness, you know. Then I have anxiety. Anyways, I'm going to get a job here in 2 weeks because I can't stand not working because it's pointless. If I die, I die. Everybody dies. I'll die early and people will know me or they don't. I don't care. Like that gun to my head, honestly, why am I I don't know. I just like don't want to fucking.
Yeah, bro, get that job, bro. Like, I was like, I was using Corona as like an excuse to be like lazy and shit, and then I realized, no, like, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm making money on the side, doing my creative stuff, and also I'm like going to work, you know, like fucking like yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I worked for 15 years. The past 15 years, I worked a 9-to-5 job. So I understand and trust me, I know where you're coming from. But the past years, the only time I had not worked, and I've been getting unemployment for a job I had before, and that's how I'm getting by is from that dealership I worked at. I was the detail manager. Before that, I was the general manager for a car wash, and they bought me the car that I have in my driveway right now. Like, I've worked for a long ass time. It's fucking, like you said, it's not a 9-to-5 that we should be living with, that we should be. What's your dream job? It's not a 9-to-5. That's not my dream job. My dream job, I literally wake up and write a song. Like
I was saying that if someone asks you what do you want to do with your life, the answer is not a job.
Right, but music is my dream life.
Life, that's what I want to say. Dream life, not dream job. Dream life.
Right.
That's the better way of saying it. And that's not me saying this in a utopian sense. That's just saying in like a personal preference causes less amount of stress. That's not me trying to provide this sort of utopian point of view where everybody's doing whatever the fuck they want to do. That doesn't happen. What I want is people to sort of be able to dabble in an insecure way where they're not sure what they want to do, but they're still finding freedom in the fact that they're dabbling in something they may or may not know that they want to do.
Right.
Because not like there's a certain element of dabbling. Everybody wants to take things seriously. Like if you're doing some hobby, you must take it as serious. Like no, not everybody has to do that. Like it's just like small little things to enjoy yourself. It's like people that paint.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell you one out of 4 people knows how to paint, but that's not their job, and they don't want it to be their job. It's just a small little hobby, but hobbies can be made money. You can make money off of hobbies proudly. Some people do it, and the people that do it the most and make the most amount of money off of it happen to be known longer. But not everybody is like that.
Right. That's why I interned myself in the underground the past 10 years, so I could learn something nobody knows.
Exactly. Like not everybody has to know everything. Not everybody has to know. Everybody does stuff. It's just fun things to dabble with. But I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm just saying that what you make money off of don't define you.
Right. I know, but if you ask him, I'm not in it for music or money, period. I don't give a fuck about money. Money comes and goes. Om Vasu Dehare Savaha. That's a mantra in the Indian Sanskrit, and it literally means the money will abundantly come to me, so I don't have to focus on it.
I don't want to sound like I'm Jesus right now, but money is the new religion. I mean,
I know, but you got to hear me out before you cut me off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the whole mantra is to abundantly receive money whenever you need it, so you don't have to stress about it, so you can focus on what you want to do with your life. That's what Om Vasu Dehare Savaha means.
True.
That's all it is. Like, money is there. It's abundantly available no matter what it is. You don't always have to do labor. You don't always have to do this for it. It's always going to be there. So if you have that in your mind state, you never have to stress.
Yeah. I think
like,
what I was just saying, yeah.
I know.
Where did you learn that though?
I learned that from sobriety 5 years ago. Because when I do drugs, I don't talk like this. I didn't talk like this the last interview. I was very out there and sporadic. I have a more affirmative action towards life when I'm sober because it's literally, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
Have you heard of the song "Affirmative Action" by Nas?
Yeah, but that's not what I heard it from. Affirmative action, like the law of attraction. I was in rehab, in inpatient rehab, when I was 15 years old, and they showed me The Secret. The Secret is the law of attraction. Also, What the Bleep Do We Know? With that actor, she's deaf, but she explains, what the bleep do we actually know? Like, how do we know that there's not aliens just sitting right in front of us? We don't have any education or knowledge about that, so how do we know they're not there? Like, how do we know that there's not someone just interfering with this interview and, like, really making us say the things that we're saying aloud because we don't know the knowledge of it? It's not there. Like, how do I know a tree falls in the forest if we're not listening for it? Those types of scenarios. Like,
I could have accidentally had a whole tab open where it's just like porn playing the whole time.
Yeah, and you're like,
oopsie.
Yeah. like I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying.
I think we're just getting at we don't know everything, like, and who needs to know that, like. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I know everything, but
it would be nice to know if the Illuminati is real or not. I'll tell you that.
You say to know if the Illuminati's real or not?
Yeah, no, actually, bro. I want to like find out if the Illuminati's real or not. Like, I want to stumble across. Like, I bet like Trippie Red's like sacrificing chickens in his backyard. Like, I bet that's what he does with his life. But maybe not. Like, maybe he is just like smoking meat on Instagram Live, and that's like his whole life. Like, I don't know. What is your view on the whole Illuminati thing?
Part of me wants to be like, nah, it don't exist. But part of me is also like, I mean, in a world with the day and age that we're in, it makes sense that there would be a group or organization at like the helm of pulling the strings, you know.
Bro, I swear, if I like become like, if I have like fuck you money and I'm like bigger than Joe Rogan and there's no Illuminati,
right?
And there's no Illuminati that like comes up to me with like, I'm gonna make an Illuminati. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make one.
If you got that Tony Stark money, you'll be like, fuck it, I'll make an Illuminati.
Yeah.
Like Tupac, that's the reason why he got killed, because he talked about the Illuminati. The last CD he dropped is 7-Day Theory Columinati 7-Day Theory. You take the first 4 letters, it's killed. You take the K away and it's Illuminati, kill Illuminati. And he got killed the same year that CD released. 7-Day Theory, took him 7 days to die. Total, there's a power that's strickening and separating us as people. They have the power, like you were saying, you upload information into your brains and then you download it into other minds. That's what they do to us on a daily basis through commercials and television. Because it's televisions, it's telling you a vision. See, it's like, and it's like PSYOP. It's completely science to literally psychoactively make you think different. That's why I didn't watch movies for the longest time, but that's also because I was on drugs. And so when you're on drugs, you ultimately think paranoia and everything's out to get you. I know this is like one of the things. Don't talk to me about conspiracies or fucking schema, because I'll just not make sense and sound like I know everything, but I don't. If you look at a dollar bill, it has an owl. It has 13 stars. You connect all of those 13 stars, you get a hexagram, which is a 6-sided star. A hexagram is a representation of a square in sacred geometry. The square is a representation of the planet Saturn. Saturn just turned 36 today. So there's like all types of things that are going on. And when we celebrate Christmas or when we celebrate winter or summer, it's a solstice that is changing the seasons. And it's literally pagan based. But everybody celebrates Christmas. Everybody celebrates Easter. It's a national holiday. So imagine people that are in power, that are in charge of these corporations, that make a certain amount of money based upon how many Christmas presents were bought, based upon how many turkeys were bought, based upon how many plastic eggs on Christmas, how many Valentine's roses, how many roses are specifically for those days. But they're all based on old ass fucking shit, and the Illuminati believes in the old, astrology, astrologies, the constellations. That's why in Freemasonry they have a pyramid and eye. It's a representation of the eye of the beholder, or the eye of providence, as above, so below, as within, so without. It's all about alchemy. Illuminati is not a group of people that's out to kill people, but it's more of a group of people that is enlightened to knowing the light that is keeping the world in dark. And that's why it's blissful, because it's ignorant to us, and it's blissful to them because they know the truth.
Bro, I want to join. Dude, if anybody gives me a pamphlet with what the fuck you just said, hell yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
But that's
well, you know what they say the difference between like a cult and a religion is a cult is a very small, unpopular religion, and a religion is a very large, popular cult.
Yes.
So if you were to start a cult on this,
yeah, for sure.
Sign him up.
Make it 100%.
Oh my God.
And then the two columns that are always in their symbology. So they have a sun, eye in the sky, which is the sun. There's 12 hours. It goes all the way to Egyptian times.
Yeah, but I don't. What I like about that though, but what I disagree with is like how that somehow ties to fucking David Spade. like you know what I mean? Like how like you know what I mean? Like people think that like ties to David Spade, and I'm not, and I'm like. But what I am interested in though is like someone that I potentially watch on the regular, an actor, actress. I want to know how they could potentially be tied to it, and who is and who not. And I'm not saying you know anything about that, but if you have a theory, let me know.
Well, like it's not like, I don't think it's necessarily them being a part of, but they're a part of it. Like, what those actors and what those actresses do is for the greater cause of them, because they're giving scripts, and those directors write out scripts, of course, but then you have the editors that change it around to make it this way and that way, and make this person do that, make this song make this way, make this emotion that way. And it's literally for predictive programming purpose, because everything is programmed in our brains to happen, so we're prepared for it, basically. It's like certain shootings that are evolved around the country. Like, I'm not supposed to talk about this because we're not allowed to have a freedom of speech when it comes to the Sandy Hook elementary school shooting.
Oh no, bro! What the fuck are you about to say? I swear to God, dog. They don't want. I don't want them to Alex Jones me, bro.
All right. I know a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't even say, but I'm saying. But anyways, long story short, it wasn't even an active school, and it wasn't open the day that the shooting happened. And if you look on the helicopter camera views of it from above, the crowd is literally walking in a circle into the building, outside the building, into the building, outside. So it's a looped feed, and it's set as live. So there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, and there's a lot of stuff that we do know. But what I know is there's a lot of patsies out there that are doing dirty work for people.
But what the fuck is the reason? Why the fuck are you just gonna like make a fake shooting?
To control and to manipulate, to take our rights away. We have rights that were given by our founding fathers. They don't want us to have rights. They want to have us have no rights.
They don't, and that's consistently been manipulated, and there's always some new thing to it. But what I just feel like what I think right is that should be discussed on the regular schmegular, okay? Right?
Yes.
In the mainstream, in the public. It should not be things should be questioned more, right? But what I don't agree with is like when someone will tie that to like some rapper on my playlist. I mean, I'm not saying no rappers in the Illuminati. I'm sure there's a couple, but what I'm saying though is like it doesn't tie to everything, and that doesn't tie to the moon landing and the flat earth or whatever the fuck that means. I'm not saying, I just don't like when I'm mainly speaking on people who are against conspiracy theories. People would have said, like, if you talking about that would automatically sometimes people would automatically assume you are a flat earther when you're not. I don't know if you are or not.
I can't.
No, you're not a flat earther, bro.
Just don't even don't ask those questions because you don't know. You're like, I'm just gonna not even say anything now. I'm like, actually, it's hollow.
Yes. Yes.
Actually,
Hollow Earth. Yes,
I
there's
believe
fucking
firmly in the theory that the Earth is a ravioli.
yeah.
There's a hot internal core surrounded by a crust.
Oh my gosh.
You can't tell me otherwise. The Earth is a ravioli. Oh, I don't hear you, Mike. 1 second. Technical difficulties.
Oh,
It's the ghost.
There we go. The ghouls. The ghouls.
as soon
I
as
said it's
start
the
talking-
ghost. Up from the 36 chambers. All right, so I'm
Now
just
the
saying we hit the
government
3
was
hour.
like,
I'm
"You're
just,
safe,
we hit the
keep
3 hour
pushing."
mark.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
We hit it.
But no,
Yeah,
listen. What I just want to finish my thoughts on conspiracy theories.
Yeah, of course.
The Illuminati, the members of Bohemian Grove, invite
Yes.
me to your next meeting, please. I'd
I
like
want to see
to.
the owl. I want to see the big old
I want
owl.
to see that big old owl.
Baphomet.
If there's any mass atrocities that occur there, I won't partake in it, but I will gladly pull out my iPhone 10 without you
Yeah,
knowing
Hit record.
on Instagram Live.
You're like, hey guys, just chilling with everyone in the Illuminati drinking Kool-Aid.
George Bush going like, like.
Like
No, but that's
if
what
you
the
had-
thing is though. When I start talking about it, like I get like so like paranoid in the back of my head, and I get feared, and I see Drake in the cardboard cutout staring at me, like, like and I'm just like, he's probably like, and that's what I think though is like, the whole like, that's the shit that scares me though is like the whole like Drake OVO owl, but then again, that could be a stretch, but
like if you take for instance like this album right here.
by Prodigy.
Yes, you gotta check this. This is his last album he released before he died. He speaks about the Illuminati, chemtrails, tyranny, how the USA is all effed up. How the
That's
New
what
Balance-
that's what Tory Lane's doing. Okay.
Yeah, and he. And
Did you
he
hear
has
about the
a song
Tory
called-
situation?
Nah.
Nah.
Oh man. Okay. Sorry. We're gonna go in depth about this. Okay. So Tory in late 2019, he was signed to a label, which is owned by UMG, but it was a smaller label under UMG. UMG obviously standing for Universal Music Group, right?
Yeah.
So he was under this label, and this label was calling him and telling him, "What the fuck are you doing? Stop rapping. Be a fucking singer. You're a fucking singer. Fuck you, man." And they're all degrading him and telling him he's a shitty rapper and not letting him release rap songs. And he's trying to do all these freestyles, this, that, and the third. Nobody's fucking with him, right? And he's all online talking about, I'm going to expose this label. He's like, I'm going to expose Interscope Records. I'm going to do all this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, at the same time, Megan Thee Stallion is in a horrible label situation where she's not able to release music, right? Okay. So then Tory buys his masters of his label. He spends all his money on his masters of his label, right?
Nice.
He buys everything. He starts his own label, fresh, new, owns everything. He owns all his music. He owns all the royalties. He owns everything, right?
Hell yeah.
Right? Now listen. So, since he's not a part of that label anymore, they can't control him, okay?
Exactly.
So, Megan Thee Stallion's in a horrible label situation. The theory is that Megan Thee Stallion was supposed to blame Tory Lanez for a shooting, and then what happens after she gets blamed? What happens after Tory gets blamed for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, which is a rapper? She gets her #1 hit in the country, "Wet Ass Pussy." And I'm not against that song. It's kind of a banger, and I love Cardi B, but it's kind of weird. And she's walking, and she has like her foot's shot and shit. Like a week after her foot getting shot, she's like filming a music video for like the biggest hit of 2020, right? And shit. And then Tory doesn't really respond to anything about this, and then he drops a whole album explaining about all these like Jigga, Illuminati rituals, and how it all ties to like Jay-Z and Hove and Rockefeller. I don't know. What do you think about Jay-Z being an Illuminati member? Do you think it's true?
Well, he does the old pyramid symbology in his music, but also he's very powerful in the music industry. He's one of the most richest. He's got an empire. He's got Hove. He's got Rockefeller Entertainment. Like, that's been in Illuminati for the longest of time. The Rockefeller brothers is literally one of the elite groups, and so that's what he named himself after. His record, Rockefeller. So like Rockefeller punching out somebody.
That's fucking badass, bro. I can't, even though it's like an limit, I don't care. Like, it's badass. I'm gonna tell you that straight to your face. Like,
but that's empire shit, and that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to create an empire and represent New York while he's doing it.
Good for him though. Like, I love that shit.
Yeah,
like I know, like, I love the whole like representing a city. I love that aspect. Like, of that's why I respect like Jack Harlow. He's really putting on Louisville. Shouts out to Jack Harlow. You put me on the ESTG and 2 for 1, other great Louisville artists as well. So now that's cool. Like, who else? Like, what else? And Jay-Z, like, he financed like his whole like first album, like Reasonable Doubt, which is one of the best albums ever. He financed it on fucking crack.
Hell yeah.
Like, crack money. Like,
right, and
bro,
literally
entrepreneur, like Gary
For
V.
real.
Like, I bet Gary V won't do a video and say, "So crack and finance your first album." Gary V won't say that.
Hell yeah.
Now I kind of want a Jay-Z video if he's like, "So you want to finance your first album? Here's how it's done." Spins the chair around, sits down, opens the briefcase, it's just crack.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's what people gotta realize is like, that's how he did that shit. He was not waking up at 4 a.m. eating a green juice and like, this is what those little motivational videos will tell you. They'll tell you wake up at 4 a.m., eat a green juice, and do like 55 hours of working out, and sleep 8 hours or something. Sleep at 6 p. Like, what? Like, all these little motivational videos like say the same shit over and over again. In reality, you should stop watching the videos and do something and like talk to people. Like, that's what people don't want to hear. People don't want to hear that if you want to do something or learn something, you got to talk to people and sort of be like, "I don't know anything. Can you tell me what the fuck to do? Because I don't know shit." Like, Can you give me advice? Like, can you tell me these cool little FL Studio tricks? Can you tell me these cool little tricks on how to find guests for like a show that you're doing? Or can you tell me how to like promote my, like, shit like that? Nobody wants to hear like the whole like aspect of something where you're constantly asking people to help. Nobody wants to do that. They just want to think that they're on their own and they know everything. And also nobody wants to hear that you sold crack to finance an album.
Yeah. True.
Nobody's
Hey, don't
teaching
say
that.
no one. I want to hear that shit.
I want to hear that. Yeah, that is inspiring. But what I don't like, do you really think that if someone gets signed to a label, they take them to a room where there's like 50 children and they're like, "All right, kill them all. There's an owl right there." I mean, do you really think that happens?
I think Adrenaline Chrome does exist, because how would they have that information in Fear and Loathing? And then recently did it come out? And why is Monsters Inc. made the way it is? It's Adrenochrome.
Bro, yeah, that's what like scary to me though, is adrenochrome and shit.
And like, it's legitimately a drug. That's how, like, because when everything was all getting cut up, shut down, the celebrities that were all behind the adrenochrome situations were all getting coronavirus. Like Ellen DeGeneres, and fucking, she like is looking older as fuck than she did 8 months ago when she looked all like young and, younger Ellen, and then all that stuff had came forth, and then she got hit up on
But that was funny as shit. Dude, I found this old meme, and it was like of Ellen, and it had to do with like adrenochrome and shit. Dude, I gotta show you this shit. It was fucking hilarious. Cause I was checking through my old highlights on Instagram or some shit. It was like, shit. the face she makes when she wants food, cuddles, or adrenochrome. It shows Ellen.
Yes, exactly.
Bro.
I feel like a whole conspiracy that could be a topic for a whole other podcast, another 3-hour discussion on conspiracies.
Dude, for real.
That's the thing about like that adrenochrome shit is like is there some underground factory where they just like they go to some park and there's like a little tube that sucks a child up and like just like on adrenochrome and like I don't know.
Are you ready to get scared and get killed after that?
I don't know, man. It's just weird to me. Like, does that happen? But like, what's weird though is how it gets covered up. Like, I genuinely want to know, and that's where it circles back. That's where the Epstein thing. Like, there's no fucking way Epstein was it was just two people. It was just some couple.
Right.
Like me and Giz. Like, I love those jokes where it's like I want and it'll show like a little picture of like Ghislaine and Jeffrey, and I'm like, this the couple goals. This the type of shit I want. Me against the world, me and you against the world type shit. And it shows a picture of Ghislaine and Jeffrey and shit. But there's no way. I'll tell you right now. There's no way it's just them two. Okay? Like, it's just like Jeff. Like, how the fuck is it? He just goes up to like Bill Clinton is like, yo, you trying to party? Trying to party at the club? Party at the, like, that had to be all organized, and that's not me trying to sound like I know the secrets of the universe, but how does he have like all that? Like, why would he want to just bring all these popular and famous people to his house and like why does he have cameras all over the place? Okay? And why did the judge, if you watch the documentary, even though the documentary shows a lot of information, there is like a lot of other artists and stuff and other people and other famous people that aren't documented in the show. And even like the documentary, even though it really sugarcoats a lot of things, it's still scary.
Hell yeah. Even
the official story is scary, okay? And who knows? Maybe there is more Epsteins out there. Do you really think Epstein is the only person? He's just a pawn for something larger, because there is probably other islands, other facilities where everything happens, and there's just small. It's just he's just known as some big rich socialite. He knows a lot of rich people. But do you really think that he's the only one like him? Do you really think that there is not other islands like him that maybe don't have aerial satellite footage from some guy with a fucking drone that they bought on Amazon that you can get to? Like, that's why the whole underground hollow earth type of thing scares me, or how there's underground facilities where this happens and shit, and how like sewage line, like, dude, that's what's scary is you go on YouTube and you look up like sewage vlogs of like them going in the sewage and shit, and like, have you ever seen the movie As Above So Below? I know you referenced.
Yeah, I love that movie,
dude. I love that movie. So I watched that.
It's probably my favorite found footage film.
Same, yeah, I'd say that too, and it's so like brilliant, man, and also that's real though. Like, it's not based off a true story, the movie. I'm just saying that there is that shit that happens in the catacombs. What?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a real location though, and it was filmed on location for a lot of it too. Yeah,
but I'm saying though, the catacombs, there's a lot of stories like that where like you'll go down there and there'll be notes that say do not come back here again.
Exactly. Like, you're lucky you survived this time. Don't let us catch you here again, type thing. And that's terrifying. Like, what the fuck dwells down there then? It's like, stay the fuck away. Yeah. Like, is it worse than what's up here on the surface? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, true.
And that's why like there's like a list of like the entrances to like the hollow earth, and it'll show like Kentucky where Abraham Lincoln grew up, and that how Abraham Lincoln found like remnants of like this giant alien civilization, like this civilization of giants. And that's what this all stems back to though, is when people like ever talk about how there's like giant aliens, is because the asteroid belt, the theory is what is often discussed about, if you've ever tapped into the secret space program conspiracy theory, is that the asteroid belt was a planet.
Oh, wow.
It used to be a planet. On planets, if there's life forms on there, if it's a larger planet, there's obviously, they'd be larger people, right?
True.
And they were having a war with civilization on Mars. And how there was and there is moons in the solar system right now that do look like Death Stars, and they used. And I know this sounds weird, but they, bye. It became the asteroid belt because of a fucking war, and how that race shot nukes at Mars, and Mars became uninhabitable. So then they kind of lived underground on Earth. But that's all just discussion and theory, and how there is a secret space program with an intergalactic federation that already exists, and we've already been on Mars. And I don't know. I can't subscribe. I hate the QAnon thing. I can't. No, let's not. No, let's not. No, we're not doing QAnon.
Yeah.
I can't. But I used to agree with it. But now I don't like conspiracy theories that tie in with political parties. That's like a no-no for me, because if certain political parties will disagree with letting transgender people join the military, like, fuck you and everything you stand for.
Right.
Like, let these transgender people do whatever the fuck they want. They want to support. You're lucky they even want to join the military, because not a lot of people even fuck with the military. Like, who the fuck wants to be patriotic now? Like, where we're not giving stimulus checks every month. Like, we've only been given one so far. I mean, there is a second one, I think. I forget. I don't fucking know. There's two. Like, why haven't we gotten one every month?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the fuck?
Population control.
Oh, yeah, dude. No, and I know people who have gotten it. Like, I don't want people to think I think it's fake or anything. Like, I don't think that conspiracy theory. I hate that shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Bro, we're going to talk a lot off camera, but I think I should just end the recording. But thanks for watching another episode of HASSDISCUSSES. Ziploc Fresh and Drac Hawthorne of Duality and of the Circle of the Serpents. We went deep with this one. This is better than the last one, bro. Right?
We did, for real. Like, I was like, wait. We didn't even finish the movie.
3 hours, 20 minutes.
3 hours, 20-minute podcast.